Homer.
And this is Arcane Mark plays Dawnsbury Days. Hello everybody,
and
welcome to what might be our final Arcane Mark plays Dawnsbury Days, depending on the situation.
If we complete the story here today.
That's right. So we'll see how far we can get on the storyline today. We're going into story mode now. There's one thing that's going to slow us down a little bit, but that's okay.
And that is that there's a new patch.
Wait a minute. We should be profane barrier
Yes,
here.
that one right there.
There's a no patch that came out after we did things that is going to want us to retrain our characters a little bit. So let's go into... retraining.
Uh-huh.
Because a whole bunch of feats just came out, and there's definitely going to be ones that are better than what we have.
So, let's see. We have Accessing Strike, Existing Shot, Double Shot. Let's scroll down. There it is. United Assault.
Yes, but also there may be even more things. So let's see what we can do here. So there's a bunch of dedications, as you can see. Including...
Oh man, there are a lot here.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch, including Sentinel to get armor. There's multi-class ones for several classes and Beastmaster in here, plus Archer, which wouldn't necessarily get that much out of because I think she has a lot of good
that
Archer
already
feats
for being a fighter.
But
So let's see
if
what
we go back here, Point Blank Shot is in here and can enter a stance. And I think we want Point Blank Shot. And yes, that means she doesn't have United Shot anymore. But I think
there's also Triple Shot as an option.
Yes, Triple Shot is now an option, which is a very cool one to potentially have, but
we could consider trading out Point Blank for one of the other ones at lower level too.
I think that all of the ones she has now are more versatile because they can be used against solo opponents as well.
Can we scroll up?
Because she uses Assisting Shot and Exacting Strike all the time.
Yeah, she absolutely uses
and
them all
Double
the
Shot
time.
is a requirement for Triple Shot.
Yeah.
So I think that that's probably good. Also, I think because of us, they changed it so you can start the encounter with your Agile Shield grip.
There we go.
Alright, so Tokdar... Let's see about this. So Tokdar, almost never uses his Exacting Strike because he has a lot of 2-action starter attacks. So even though Exacting Strike is a pretty decent feat, let me see. What level are some of these, though? I think it's possible that he still can't get a better benefit out of his first level feats than that because he needs to switch out his second level feat instead. I think that is true. So the question is...
Do we swipe out Intimidating Strike to get archetype?
Or, I mean, he uses that a lot, but maybe we could switch out Swipe. We have gotten benefit out of Swipe, though. So this is a real... This is a real choice.
Well, if we did take an archetype, which archetype would we take?
Okay, so there's obviously... No, where were we? It would be on... Wait, what just happened? Why did it become Dueling Parry? What were we on there before Swipe?
Swipe, yeah.
I guess I clicked on Dueling Parry. But anyway, if you wanted to get an archetype, it wouldn't be Wrestler. I don't think you need Sentinel right now. So it would probably be... I guess he doesn't qualify for...
Which one were you considering?
I guess he doesn't qualify for Beastmaster because he does not trained in nature Scarlet
We
was.
could change that, though.
And he could also take Kineticist Dedication, but he doesn't have enough actions to spam Protector Tree, which is just a blatantly overpowered way to use 2 feats. It would also take 2 feats to get that. However, he does also have an improved swipe. Wait a minute, what's going on here at level 8? Oh, I think his improved swipe got removed because his swipe got switched to a duelist parry at some point. So, I mean, it might be simpler to keep him along the way that he is for now, although he certainly could get an animal
Right
companion.
now it says Druid Dedication is selected. So you'll
Keeps clicking on other things somehow. I didn't even go anywhere near Druid Dedication. But, fair enough. The person who really can get benefit, though, is none other than Anaquesta. Because she's already got Healing Hands from Natural Ambition.
Mm-hmm.
And she rarely uses her extra domain
yeah.
spells. She actually is a war priest, so she doesn't use her domain spells very often. And see, it switched to another thing again. That's interesting.
I don't know.
Anyway,
maybe because it looks like clicking on Druid Dedication.
But I hadn't clicked on it. I thought.
I guess if you mouse over it long enough, it just assumes you're clicking on it. I don't know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So let's see what we've got here. These are all the things that she could potentially take for...
so a spellcaster one definitely would make sense, because that's what she does.
That's true. So she could potentially, for example, take Bard Dedication.
Mm-hmm.
But if we messed around with her a little bit more, let's see.
I'm gonna pop this so I can see what chat is saying.
What is her situation here? I think that the issue is that her stats were not high enough for her to have taken some of the other ones back then. Right. Yes, I think that is correct. So, if she, for example, wanted to be spamming Protector Tree constantly, we would have
the way that it works is if you click the button where you release your mouse, you click on the button where you release your mouse, even if you start holding left button down somewhere else.
Oh, interesting. So if we had done this, for example, then she will have fewer of her heals, but she could also potentially have Kinetic's Dedication for wood.
Mm-hmm.
And in that case, let's see, Abundant Spellcasting gives her another level 2 spell each day. At the time, that was good.
But
right now, this is not. And then we could gain an Elemental Control feat, and we obviously take Timber Sentinel, so it is busted.
Yeah. Math Guy predicts we're gonna spend at least 20 minutes on the reset.
No, I think we can't take Advanced Domain because we don't qualify for it. So...
yeah, so we have to switch to something else.
Yes, we do.
Elsewhere, it's popping up Mathe and Rohit. It looks like renewed their memberships. Thank you so much.
Let's see what Advanced Elemental Control can give us. I don't even think there's anything, like, especially helpful other than Timber Sentinel.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We do not need that. We do not need that. We do not need that. We do not need that.
So maybe something cleric-y instead?
Wait a minute. A free hand to invoke impulses. Well, she usually has a free hand.
Yeah, because she doesn't usually actually draw her weapon. She usually just has her shield out.
Let's see. And she doesn't need that. She doesn't need that. Fresh produce.
Oh, it's a special member chat.
Yeah, it's a special member chat. Members can send a special chat every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fresh produce is not bad. It can heal someone for one action. And...
more healing.
More healing. We're gonna take it.
Look, we may not have changed her into a Leshy, but we did go with the Leshy.
Fresh produce is strong enough that is worth taking, other than the fact that Timber Sentinel is incredibly busted. Alright, so let's do this. She's not a Leshy, but she does have this. And we got Point Blank, and we're just gonna leave Talk Dart Savvy. They're doing fine. Now, let me make sure that, also Anna will now have fewer, because she's not like the remaster cleric automatic get the maximum amount of stuff from her font. She will have fewer fonts per
Rico's
day
doing the member chat too.
in exchange for this. But I think it's worth it because she's got some really strong stuff. So let me make sure she has de-equipped her Scroll of Fear so that she can actually use her things. Alright, excellent. This is great. Let's do it, everyone. We're going beyond the barrier.
Beyond
Hold on, I'm going to
the
save
Arcane
this
barrier,
as,
indeed.
like, new save file rebuild for the patch. Alright,
Perfect.
here we go.
We did not take a full 20 minutes. We restrained ourselves.
That is a lot of demons.
Holy moly, that's a lot of
Yeah,
demons.
we can beat that many demons. We have Timber Sentinel.
Everyone is aware we are coming.
Come closer. I will tear off your heads.
You are not so confident now, are you, sweeties?
Your interference ends here, mortals. Now you will feel the wrath of the Starborn.
Def says that their home group banned, his home group banned Timber Sentinel.
Oh yeah, our home group is not really using it either. But it's in Dawnsbury Days.
So we're gonna use it.
Prepare yourself for a slaughter.
Talkdar? But shouldn't we flee? There's so many of them.
Like, it's questionable. And by questionable, I mean still extremely overpowered, but at least that's your whole class for the wood kineticist. But for the multi-class archetype, it's just kind of an issue if you're going to have very powerful first or second level impulses that it's such a low sort of commitment to just get them and get full scaling.
Not for much longer, Safi. Battle leader, give the command.
Are you confident in this, Tokdar?
Yes, battle leader. I see it in their eyes.
Very well then. Ready your weapons, team.
This is a lot of
Are you
enemies.
being serious? Do you not see the numerical disadvantage you're in? We shall see. Disjunction.
Disintegrated. We're vulnerable.
They can attack now?
This is way above my level. I'm out of
Demon Pest.
I will wreck your face another time.
Though I'm sure I could take on the Dawnsbury 4, I think it might be more prudent to cast Dimension Door. Cowards, stand and fight for your lord.
As I expected, demons are high on bravado and low on bravery.
Do not
That's a good
laugh,
line.
mortal. I alone am powerful enough to defeat you.
Then
Rock
you
is
now
pretty
have a
strong.
chance to prove it.
And it has flanking babaus. So,
Yeah, Rohit was talking about if it had a 10-minute cooldown.
alright. If what had a 10-minute cooldown.
I think the Timber Sentinel.
Alright, so let's see. We've got this Vrock. It's Vrocking along. We're gonna go Togdar, then Scarlet, then Babao A. And the Vrock has reach.
Yes.
And
And the Babaus have, if you...
The Babaus also have reach, and the Babaus have
The
sneak
reactive
attack.
slime is any melee strike, right? Not... Yeah, you don't have to be adjacent.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Vrock is obviously the strongest one here. And it's going to be a problem. Whereas the Babaus are not like that super threatening.
How hard is it to scare a rock? Pretty hard, right?
Pretty hard. Yes.
It is their weakest save, but still.
And we're not close enough. But what we could do is we could sudden charge if we want,
Yeah.
and then back off.
Seems legit.
Potentially. Sudden charge and then suddenly run away.
Suddenly in and suddenly out. I mean, we do have a cold iron shock Guizarm. That's a pretty sweet weapon to fight against.
That is a pretty cool weapon against demons. Alright, so I'm going to... I guess abort and convert to simple stride. There used to be a thing that said just don't take your second stride. They're pretty equivalent.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, I was going to back off, but I suppose we could Intimidating Strike it also. But that does allow the Babaus to try to get into a flank. But
They definitely will flank him.
well, they totally will. But we'll see. Maybe Scarlet can pin one of them to the ground. or
Yeah,
something
that's
like that.
possible. Let's try it out.
Alright, well, so this one is frightened. It is going to debuff it. Alright, so let's see what Scarlet can do here. Wait, why does she have sudden charge? She should not have sudden charge.
We may need to check her build after
Alright,
this.
I'm
see
going
if
to load because she somehow wound up with sudden charge. And that seems obviously wrong.
Yeah, I guess she may have lost some of her other abilities in that sense too. Let's see.
I think it's that glitch where when you mouse over things, somehow...
Somehow. Oh, 6 got
See,
replaced.
her point blank shot became sudden charge.
Ah, yeah, okay. There we
Okay, well, you know what? That may only hurt us because it's possible that we will miss against the Vrock with our first attack this time.
go. Q. It says Q to skip cutscene. Here we
Alright.
are.
In
Sweet.
fact, not even the same people went first. So they are not within 30 feet, so we do not need to use point blank shot yet. So let's see. We could take a double shot. What is their AC?
24.
24.
and
What's our attack bonus with Scarlet?
It is...
Plus 20.
Yeah.
So if we took if we had an 18, we would still have a pretty decent chance to crit either of them. But if we took it with a 20, we'd have... I think our chance of getting a crit on one of the two of them is higher if we do that. But actually, the last Baba was very slow. So I think maybe...
Oh, the dev asked if we saved after our building. Yeah, we did.
We did.
So we then loaded back to that.
We loaded
and then,
back
and
to
then
the
fixed
one, and you could see from the
bug.
kinetic aura. The problem was just when it somehow changed her point blank to a sudden charge. Alright, so let's focus on Babao A, because it goes first. And we'd be more likely to do annoying things to it with
Sounds good.
exacting. And since exacting hit, I'm now going to use... Actually, right, you can't use point blanks at the
You can't
beginning.
use- yeah.
That's fine. We'll do it at the beginning if they're ever within 30 feet, which they probably will be.
Yes.
Alright, so...
Alright, Safi.
So
I
Safi...
mean, Safi's... Let's
There's
see.
a lot of options here. Right, wait a minute. There was supposed to be an option to start in Agile Grip, but I do not see it, and that's fine. Safi could, like, move up, raise shield, and then bonk. If Safi wants to do that. Let's see, what does this guy have? See invisibility and persistent bleed damage. I mean, if the shield is up, Safi does have the highest AC.
Yeah.
And they would probably attack Safi at that point. Let's do that. So move up, raise shield,
And Bonkity.
and bonk. And it did hit for 37 damage. So that is
Yeah, well, it's a holy...
incredible
It's a holy
amount.
cold iron weapon.
Well, yes. Also, they totally did not go for the flank. So
There we go.
all they did was just miss and take persistent bleed damage. Although they did clear the persistent bleed damage. All right. So flanking the Vrock is going to be tough. I think instead we can just go here and then maybe swipe with our
Yeah.
improved swipe.
Improved swipe, go!
There we go. Wait, it only did 4?
Check the... No, Tokdar took 4.
Oh, he took 4 from the acid.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though he
But Bao
missed.
took 32.
Okay, yeah.
Tokdar
Oh, no,
took
he
4
hit.
from
he
the
hit.
reactive.
Okay,
It's
got
the
it.
reaction
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Bao to spray acid.
All right,
yeah, yeah.
so it's time for us to create a Timber Sentinel within 30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, there we go. We're going to create a Timber Sentinel within 30 feet.
To protect those two?
Let me make sure I have this right. So whenever an ally... Yes, okay, that's correct. And then we will become an ally adjacent to the
Yes.
tree. Let's take the reaction.
Yeah.
Take that,
Tree.
tree. Alright, so this thing has mirror images. Alright, so this is a good time for double shot.
Yes, indeed.
Because we can deal with the mirror,
Mirror
images.
images,
This
and
has
then
what,
also-
reaction used up.
Yeah.
Reaction used up. Okay. So that way we can pop one of the images, which we did, and also put back persistent bleed on that one. And with our last attack, we can assisting shot to pop an image. It didn't even.
Didn't even
because
pop
it
an
missed
image.
by
Missed
so
by
much.
too much. Yep. Well,
All
it
right,
was
that's
worth a shot.
fine. So this guy is backing up.
Yeah, let's stay by our tree of protection.
we obviously
and
wanna
attack the
stay
one
by
that
our
we can
tree.
attack from here.
So, what can we do? We can take an
I
attack.
see the comment. We created a happy little tree here. It says Tokdar deserves a friend.
Happy
Yeah.
little tree.
Happy little tree.
Raise shield and finish it off. Oh, it is slightly alive. I'll take it. Okay. So, let's do another improved swipe to finish both
Both
these
of those
off,
guys, yep.
unless we get very unlucky, which we did.
But we got one of them at least.
Yep. And there is no tree on the battlefield. But we can still kill this one, maybe? Probably
Not
not.
this time.
Alright,
All right, Anna.
so she's going to invoke an impulse of summoning another tree. Although I think in this case, she wants the tree to be here,
There, so
because
they
that
can
will
move
allow
up
them
more,
to
yeah.
move up more in case the Vrock does
And
something.
then she can move up to the tree too.
Yes, she can. It will mean that they can come after her more easily, but that's fine. We knew this
And
was
by
gonna
her,
happen.
you mean the tree.
Oh, I do mean the tree. It did its stunning screech.
Nasty.
A lot of people critically failed. That was very unlucky.
Well,
We rolled 2. Yeah, we rolled lots of low numbers.
did
That's
everyone
fine.
critically fail, I
No,
think?
not everyone.
Who didn't critically fail?
Somebody
It said
did.
Anna critically failed, Talker critically failed. Move away from that for a second. I want to read the thingy.
Toktar critically failed.
Oh, the Timber Sentinel.
Timber Sentinel critically failed.
That's why there
fine.
were so many.
Anyway, I'm
criticals.
gonna shoot this with my 1 action to kill it.
That would have been a real mess if we didn't have the tree for sure.
Oh yeah, that would have been, but we had the tree. All right, so let's see. Let's clear the last image. We did, and we have no more actions because we all critically failed.
Yes.
That was like the worst rolls we've had in this entire game. Let's
Intimidating strike,
intimidating
maybe?
strike it. Absolutely, it missed. Toktar actually was the only one who didn't fail in any way against this thing. So, I guess there's not much reason to move away from it because it has a reach.
Yeah. So it's
So-
basically stab or trip.
Yeah, and it's not like I guess it's
You could try to
it's
more
reflex
like, I guess.
DC and its AC are exactly the same, and we'll hit for a lot with cold iron, so we might as well try. All right, let's invoke an impulse.
Of fresh produce? You have
Wait.
1 action.
Oh right, we only have
We
1
critically
action.
failed,
You're
remember?
right, we critically failed another thing.
Or we
That's
could
fine.
raise a shield.
We could raise a shield. Let's raise a shield. We only have 1 action. Oh no, look how much damage we took when we didn't have Timber Sentinel.
I know, right? All right, let's
All right,
get this
point
jerk.
blank shot. Shoot him. Persistent bleed damage. Assisting shot. All right. Ah ha ha!
Aha!
We
Deal
dealt
these
50 damage. Massive
Nice.
damage. We could heal 5 hit points as a reaction, but I think that's like limited in days, so we'll pass. And then we
Limited in days in terms of you
like
can
I think
only
it's
do-
like once per hour, once per day or something. Ah, we missed. Raise shield. Okay.
We need to
Toktar.
find out where that is. but
Finish
I guess
him.
that's true. We're about to win anyway.
All right, it did not finish him.
Try again.
Shatter his defenses.
I
Victory.
don't think the profane barrier is destroyed. More like suppressed.
They definitely could have beat us if they all stuck around instead of being cowards, but that's peak demon for you.
We'll have
All
to
about
make
the
break for it
self-interest.
Without any further rest until we get there, team.
Should we conserve our spell slots?
What spell slots? We have Protector Tree.
We need to survive each encounter first. But this is a good time to make use of our consumables. Scarlet, lead the way. Get us to the ritual room.
Yeah, I think it would have been a lot harder with those abracadabras, quasits, the succubus, and who else was there? The dretches wouldn't have made that much difference.
Yeah.
Like, neither would the quasits really. But the abracadabras and the succubus.
Well,
could provide
Anna
some
also,
support.
like, I'm guessing could have done, like, if they kept all those, you would have still done an 8-week blast with Anna, though, just because of the sheer number
Yeah, I
of
would have.
opponents.
We won.
Victory!
Let's see what we found.
Safi pre-combat.
Oh yeah,
preparation.
there it is. Agile shield grip. Agile grip
Grip
is
is default.
default.
Awesome.
Done. All right, now what do we get? It's a +1 striking
It's a
short bow.
+2 striking short bow.
+2. Wow,
That means
that's
you can
funny.
take-
This is like the second short bow that had a +2 room.
That means we can
found.
move the +2 onto somebody
We sure
else's
can,
stuff.
and we're about to do that. Where's the +2?
There's
Let's
the
put it
brimstone
on
of +2.
to Safi because there's so many demons. I think.
And the holy, yeah, that sounds good.
All right, we're gonna put the 2 onto Safi for 93.
Swap.
Boop. There we have it. And
You might as well put that on Safi, because if Safi somehow uses
Oh,
a
you're
short
right.
bow, then it's better than the yeah.
the regular short bow.
Yes.
You're right. All right, let's do this.
Onward!
Onward to glory. Laboratory of the laboratory on undeath.
Yeah, so they're studying undeath.
They're studying it.
Yes.
All right. Oh wait, adventure path. Begin.
Begin! Next encounter.
door to the
A
right.
dead end, but there's a door to the right.
A corridor that ends like this? Never a dead end.
Good point, Toktar. Scarlet, check for secret doors.
I feel
Hollow.
this vague aura.
There's something behind this wall, but I can't find the mechanism.
Not even if you take.
There's no secret door in this wall. We'll need to go through the room to the right.
There's still no.
Dead.
Undead wizards. Interlopers are in fireball formation.
We really should stop doing that.
Nothing we can do about it. The corridors are narrow.
Then die.
There's nothing we can do about it. The corridors.
Profane circle, evil creatures gain bonuses, and good creatures take
Alright,
penalties.
so I'm really wondering about this room in the center also.
It's very interesting. So let's take a look at what we've got here.
Weak Ghost Mage.
It's a weak ghost mage level 9 and a skeletal mage level 5.
Alright.
It does have a lightning bolt, even though the skeleton, I think, was the one talking about fireball formation.
Mm-hmm.
This one obviously has more powerful spells, including Cone of Cold,
And-
Bone Shaker, and Phantasmal Killer.
Oof. Nasty.
Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Standard cover, whereas it would be clear if we went here.
Mm-hmm.
It would also be clear, and I think not in a
Not in
profane
the
circle.
profane circle if we move there,
went
yeah.
So I think we're gonna
Yeah, let's do it.
move her here.
Mm-hmm.
It also takes her out of fireball formation,
Yes.
and then she's going to attack the
Pew pew.
ghost. I don't think we care that much about the other guy.
Yeah, he's much lower level.
Missed, and oh wait, we don't need exacting because we moved assisting.
Correct, we can assist.
Missed again.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, well, he decided to use Cone of Cold
I mean,
on...
it hit
Oh, yeah,
everybody.
right. He had enough space for all of us. Yeah, that's
Yes.
fair.
And sadly, we did not have time to put up a protected tree. Not that it would have helped
Mm-hmm.
if the entire party got hit by Cone of
Yes,
Cold.
yes.
So, yeah. We may actually have to cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Scarlet is out of the
Three-action heal
three-action
range,
heal
yeah.
range, but I think it may still be...
Worth it for the other
well, actually, like, I guess people aren't that
They're
hurt,
not
and he
super hurt.
used his best spell.
Does
he
he have
doesn't
another
even
one of
have
those?
another one of those,
Okay,
so
fair enough.
maybe not. You know what?
Are you going to put up a Sentinel and then start moving people around to
I can
it?
put up a Timber Sentinel here.
Yeah. And then advance to...
She can't get to the Timber
Yeah,
Sentinel.
she can.
Oh yeah, you're right. She can. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There we go. Alright, so Safi is going to sudden charge the ghost. So that's one. And the ghost
Charge!
moved out of its
It's profane
thing.
thingy bob. You can move to the backspace.
Yes.
Yeah. There. That's good.
And let's strike with the +2 striking
Do
holy
you want to
cold
do...
iron
Oh,
known flick
yeah,
base.
let's do it.
I don't think we need to use that. I think we're gonna do okay.
Well,
Prone.
let's check. Where does that come from again?
It's the holy rune, Linda.
Oh, okay. And no, but I mean, how often can he use it?
I don't remember. I think it's once per day. Anyway,
I can look it up.
it's probably not going to attack against AC, so I think we might as well just attack it again. What was that? The skeletal mage used a lightning bolt, and Safi saved and took half damage. Alright. So, I guess we didn't put the Timber Sentinel quite as far as we would have wanted to for everybody, but at least the backliners have it. So we'll move up here and smack. Critical hit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not slide the ghost mage.
Yeah, it is once per day, although
That's
you're
what I
not going to
thought.
really find more effective than this.
They're not
Maybe.
that badly hurt. Alright, point blank shot. Shoot. And assisting shot. Miss. Okay, we missed everything. What was that?
A lot of zombies.
Zombie
Low
time.
level trash. We'll burn through them easily.
Alright, it's gonna stand. Let's attack it with the Guizarm.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna slide it. And it's dead.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well then.
Okay.
We're not quite positioned for that 3-action heal that would be incredible.
Yeah, no, we're not. By one, we're not. That would be very good, especially with the zombies. So I think instead we
We
just
can
go
move there and set up
here
for next turn.
and then use fresh produce
Mm-hmm.
on ourself.
We could eat the fresh produce if we wanted to.
Oh, right, we have to eat the fresh produce. There we go. End turn.
There we go.
Alright, so
Does Safi want to go back to the tree of safety?
I think so.
I think we move him
Wait,
back.
yeah, because there are a couple enemies to go before Tokdar,
Yeah.
but I think that's fine.
And then we can raise his shield.
Although, wait a minute.
Actually, he could also try to intimidate one of those guys.
He could sudden charge and then how much movement does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
So 35.
So he
if he
could
goes
sudden
here,
charge and
attacks,
then
he would get
retreat.
5, 10, 50. He could. Yeah, I think he should
Yeah, let's
sudden
do that.
charge and then retreat. What can he attack? These are all like complete garbage
Yes,
monsters, but that's fine.
Giant AoE.
Or attack once against, I guess, like, which archer goes first?
Do all trees in this game have a special ability? Tree of Safety.
Pass.
Yeah, not against that guy.
Okay, we're going
If
here.
we were gonna use it, we'd use it against the ghost, because the ghost heals way more than we use it against.
What was that?
It was magic
It was
missile.
magic missile at the
At
darkness.
the darkness. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, Tree of Impenetrability. Yes.
Alright, well, we can do the same thing with Toktar. I think that we just did with Zephy.
Yeah, let's do it.
So,
Sudden charge?
or just move,
Or move attack, yeah. that's
attack
true.
once,
'Cause we don't need to. We could improve swipe also.
but then we can't back up.
Ah, that's true. But do we really care? There's not that many of them can attack.
I'd
us.
rather just so the Ghost Mage wastes its time against our Infinity tree.
Or the whatchamacallit, the
Not the Mage. The Skeleton
the
Mage.
skeleton
yeah,
mage.
yeah.
The ghost mage is gone.
But
now.
Ghost Mage is dead, thankfully.
Boop.
They didn't even hurt the tree. Okay. Well, that certainly occurred.
Mm-hmm.
That's blocked against the mage, but that's fine. All right, so we're gonna double shot.
Yeah, might as well.
Now, what are these? Weak skeletal soldiers.
Zombie
We'll
shambles.
double shot the skeletal archer and
The soldier, maybe?
the regular non-weak soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and then
More attacking.
assisting shot this one. All
Great. Alright, dead.
Great. 3 shots, 3 kills.
Mm-hmm. Well done, Scarlet.
Well, they're much lower level than us, so alright. Now, nobody has a hand to take the fresh produce at this point. I don't even think they necessarily need the healing. So...
But you
How
could...
do we get to that room, though? Because Seek is still not an option in case it was,
That's
like,
true.
over here.
So, maybe it's,
That's pretty suspicious.
Maybe we have to defeat the enemies first, because I don't see
Yeah,
any
we
levers
might
or
have to
seats.
defeat the enemies first. You're
Are
probably
you gonna?
right.
Are you still gonna have her heal?
Nah.
Because you put 3 action to top off everyone and
I don't
kill
think
the
we actually have to, though. Because
Divine
they-
Lance,
they
then?
just are so crappy. We can just kill this
Yeah,
and raise his shield.
seems legit. All right, Safi.
Okay, so
It's literally just zombies at this point. So
that's correct. It is literally just zombies. That one's dead.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just raise his shield. Okay. But I think now Scarlet can attack that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we're gonna move, attack, and move back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yes, Scarlet can attack that guy.
Perfect.
Actually, she can double shot if we really want. But
Yeah, might as well.
I mean, might as well. Okay.
There we go. It took persistent fire damage while also being destroyed.
Aha! It's
Insult
been
to
assisted
injury.
shot
Assisting
in.
wizard.
Okay. So let's see what we can do now.
Yeah. It's recommended we may want to consider insane difficulty at this point.
It's recommended to consider insane difficulty just because you have Timber Sentinel. I mean, it's very OP, but surely it shouldn't be like an entire difficulty worth. But perhaps it is. Alright. Oh, there we go. Did that finally hit the tree? Wait, the tree didn't take the damage.
Did the tree not protect against certain... what are the... It's hit by a strike.
Oh, yeah, it's
It's
not,
not
a
a strike.
strike. That's a good point.
Yeah. It was a spell, not a strike. It doesn't protect you from literally everything.
I guess it doesn't.
There we go.
There we go.
All right.
Well, then we should have rushed forward and killed this guy instead of just making fun of him.
That's fine.
We'll move him
Slide
over
him back,
here.
easier for Safi to kill.
That's right.
I mean, if he survives to his turn, which I don't think is gonna happen. Boop.
Yeah, for some reason I thought that it worked on more than just strikes, but maybe it just works on strikes.
Scarlet.
Still very, very
Over
powerful.
the ancient aeons, experimenting with undeath?
Yes. But this is a personal laboratory of the Demon Lord.
A personal laboratory?
Notes on rituals and reanimation. Necromancy in general. He used necromancy to corrupt the living spell.
The spell itself will resist us.
Highly likely. He imbued the profane barrier with the power to animate the dead and summon monsters. There's more. The Demon Lord himself was researching lichdom.
He turned himself into a lich too?
Does every villain do that?
An ignorant choice. By becoming a lich, he only acquires more vulnerability.
Yeah, he says it's not just Timber Sentinel. We have 3 fighters. We're willing to take 20 minutes to correct a minor build inefficiently. Seeing we're extremely skilled tacticians, not just Timber Sentinel. Yeah, that's fair.
Secret door from this side.
Find the
I mean,
secret door.
That is fair. On the other hand, like, I don't find that in a regular game of Pathfinder 2nd Edition that we usually need fights that are, like, as much above of severe encounters as, like, the extreme difficulty. That said, I would do it in a video game if we weren't streaming. That's that is the difficulty that I would play on. Like, I always play on the maniac mode or whatever it is on like Fire Emblem and stuff like that.
Indeed.
Hey,
Oh, there
there's
we
the secret
go.
door.
It was where we thought it would be. You just couldn't search for it.
Yeah.
Good. Now refocus, everyone. We're getting close.
Refocus, everyone.
All right, we're refocusing. Let's make sure that we're still. Yes.
Agile grip is default. Awesome.
Okay, we're still in good shape. Let's go to the
Sweet.
artifice one. Now, this is going to be one of our weak points because I think we took off all of the anti-construct items.
That's true. In favor of
Explosions
anti.
to the left.
Weapons at the ready, everyone. Move in.
Attacking time. All right.
The adventurers will be here soon.
Brimrock's favorite room.
Enemies detected.
The room full of paperwork.
We need more time.
Secure the room, team.
All right. There's an elite Brimerack and a whole bunch of clockworks and door wardens. Well, I guess we want to stop the Brimerack.
Oh yeah, and
from
Famous
burning
points out in a
everything.
regular game, folks also do silly things for character reasons.
No, that's a good point.
And have you're not like having every character all work in sync.
All right.
All right.
Well, let's see what we can do.
So what's that one down there at the...
I'd like to stop the elite Brimerack from burning all these documents in case there's a reason to do that. So we're going to be a bit more aggressive than usual.
Oh yeah, aggro time.
So if we go here,
Here,
and then here, we should be able to attack
attack
it.
on the diagonal there. Yep, perfect.
In fact, we critted it
Let's slide it back toward
toward
the
us.
allies. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought too. And
Man, that's a nice crit. Okay.
now the question is, should we back up? Yeah, that was I mean, it's only a level 6 monster. And we hit it again.
Sweet.
Alright, so Safi is going to
Charge!
also sudden charge.
Whee!
Safi, I think, has lower movement speed, so is only able to attack by
virtue of the
virtue of
pullback,
this.
yes. Dick.
All right. Well, if it was going to burn more documents, that
Now it
is
will
not
not.
going to happen.
Yes. Aggro, go!
Now, that does leave the backliners with no support.
They have support. It's called
Protector Tree.
Or Timber Sentinel.
Well, yes, it's called Timber Sentinel, but it comes from a protector tree. Also,
Yes.
these guys do have AOs, but that's fine. All right, so let's see. We can do a Timber Sentinel and raise a shield. So we'll step here. Oh, wait, no. Point blank shot, step, and strike. Because these guys don't have reach. They have a long sword.
Oh, that's an interesting point in chat, too. The more rigid a GM is about exactly following the story, and a computer GM is just one extreme, the more tables fall back into all tactics all the time.
I mean, that's a good point. I'm going to push this back to annoy it.
Yes.
All right, there we go. Okay, so it is now Tokdar's turn. Oh, I guess if I hadn't pushed it back, I could have used improved or even regular swipe, but that's fine.
That's fine.
All right, so what can we do here? Wait. Oh, right, they're immune to intimidating
They're immune
strike.
to
'cause it's a
intimidation.
mindless
It's
soul
mindless,
surge.
yes.
This is the one that has a mind that we pushed back.
Yes, okay.
That's right.
That's fine.
All right, that's okay.
Let's work on that one then.
Critical hit. Okay, so we shouldn't slide that one away because And it has reach, right? Yeah, it's got a
It
bruised
does.
arm. Okay, that's fine then. We can put it
Adjacent
here.
there? Yeah.
And then do an exacting strike, which missed, and thus makes our last one more likely to hit. Okay. So let's see. That one just went, so I'm going to try to see if we can trip this one. We totally
Excellent.
did. Okay. So in that case, let's raise our shield and then attack
Finish
this
that
one to
one
try to
off.
finish
Oh,
it
yeah.
off. All right. Take that,
Protector tree. All right.
Okay. So
Are we going to use a spell?
Are we gonna use a spell? I think we're gonna use a spell, Linda.
Yes.
Against Door Warden. We're gonna use needle darts. Like we always used to, and then raise a shield.
I mean, it does have 5 resistance to that, but...
It totally does. Ah ha ha. Okay.
Alrighty.
So we're going to back up, but still be next to the protector tree.
Excellent.
Then we are going to, let's see, we could single... I don't think we need to double
We don't
shot
need to
that
double
other
shot
one.
all the way. That one's pretty far. Yeah, let's just focus.
The lads over there have that taken care of.
They do.
All right, so this one is
Especially
now
if we crit.
stuck next to the protector tree.
Excellent.
And we'll do an assisting
Assisting
shot.
to help. Yep.
There we go. All right. Now this time we shall
Improved
use
swipe.
improved swipe.
Go.
Okay, well,
One
didn't
miss, one
kill that
destruction,
one.
but we still got one. All right, so we can work on that one again. Okay.
Nope. All right. So let's see what we can do here.
Do we want to move up into the flank?
and
then attack twice?
I
You
like
don't-
this spot because it can attack this one.
Oh, that's true.
It
That's
can keep it down there if we can hit it, or crit it, in fact. All right. Poor protected tree. I knew you well.
Indeed.
I knew you so well that I then
Okay.
made another
Another
protector
one.
tree. We've already got one, you see.
All right.
Okay, we're about to be taking a lot of damage.
Let's use shield block.
Let's take the free shield block. That is actually a lot. Was it crit? Yes, it was. All right.
Pew pew.
Pew. Pew 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 pew. Regular pew. Shield block. Exacting shot. Momentum controlled. Assisting shot.
Now it has a lot of resistance against her attack.
It does. I will use shield block.
Yes. Well, shield block. Shield block.
Okay, so if we go here, we should be able to do
The
a
improved
swipe.
swipe. Yep, exactly.
There we go. Now, Sappy.
Matt Guy joked about us spending time on character respecking, and now is spending his Saturday afternoon planning about 50 glyphs of warding to protect a pirate ship.
That thing just barely survived.
Look, takes an optimizer to know an optimizer, okay?
Alright, end turn.
That's awesome.
Poor protector tree.
Well, you never
I
know
know
where
what to
they're
do.
going to approach from.
Protector tree. At least this door warden will die happy, knowing that it has destroyed many protector trees.
Fair enough. Oh, awesome. Crit. Okay, let's go for the other one then.
Exactingly.
Assistingly? Indeed.
That's right. Shield block,
Shield block.
10 of the 13 damage.
He's
Alright.
such a good tank.
Intimidating
Alright.
strike.
Why was
Boom.
the demon burning down his own lab?
Because he didn't want you to get the papers. And because he's an
There are
Arcane.
research notes on the great axiomatic barrier.
That could explain Sappy's question.
What? How?
The axiomatic barrier is now corrupted and profaned, but with this research,
Maybe he'll fix it.
Could perhaps get it back,
perhaps we could not only prevent the Demon Lord's plan,
but also reform the planetary shield that protected our world for centuries.
Is that really possible?
Maybe. The Brimarack destroyed a lot of the research. We're not experts.
Not that much,
and
only
aren't
4 of
any
the squares.
aliens left alive to help us.
but there is a chance, and so we shouldn't neglect it. Everyone, we need a short rest anyway. Use it to gather the remaining documents. We'll take all the data we can, and then it's down to the ritual room.
Already? But what about the Demon Lord?
It is strange he didn't confront us yet.
Maybe he fled along with the rest of the
He's
demons.
waiting for a dramatic moment,
That
guys.
wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe, but you have a good point. The Demon Lord could still be here, so let's keep a possible ambush in mind as we go.
Proceed. The inevitable death followed by a long rest. And then there's an encounter that's completely rested. Also, we forgot to take something after the undead stuff. Weapons grade adamantine. Oh, I guess that would have
Helped a
potentially
lot.
helped. Alright, well, we've got some now.
Nice.
A scroll of level 5 of harm. Scroll of level 4 invisibility that nobody can use. Striking fearsome sights.
So, do we want the fearsome rune on someone's weapon is the question.
Well, we already have... wait a minute. This is holy... Right, we were gonna put...
The second rune on that.
Oh, right. When we made this 2, we could have taken Demolishing for the last encounter. Now we don't need it anymore. So, fearsome is when you critically hit, they become frightened 1.
I mean, we could put that on instead now.
Yeah, what other runes do we have left over other than the Demolishing rune? Or
Insane difficulty now. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it.
I don't want to force our viewers to watch us doing insane difficulty, though. Alright, I'm going to put Disrupting on the Flick Mace instead of Demolishing.
Look, he's the game dev. He thinks we might steamroll it even on insane. Let's do it.
Okay.
We're doing it.
We're
We're
going
doing
to
it.
save, and then...
Yeah, of course we save first.
How do we do it? In settings?
No, at the beginning of every battle, you get to choose.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Alright, guys. This is for the last 2 encounters also, so it's the hardest ones. So, insane. Everything is severe or extreme in difficulty.
Do it.
Alright, we're doing this.
Is this the ritual room, Scarlet?
Not yet. This door leads to an antechamber. The ritual room is only beyond that, but I do sense a strong, chaotic, evil presence in the antechamber.
The Demon Lord.
Understood. Then let's prepare. Cast your buffs and drink your potions now.
No. There will be no pre-buffing. Open door.
Oh no.
The Demon Lord.
Dawnsbury.
And a reminder, we do have consumables. It's the end of the game. We can use.
No, there's a fight after this. Remember, there's a fight.
No, I know. But between these 2 fights,
There's a fight after this.
Yes,
Well, the Demon Lord was the last fight in the last game, I think.
Is it time for the evil speech again?
You think yourselves heroes, but you only move.
Yep, time for the evil speech.
Design.
Called it.
Touchdown said it.
The profane barrier no longer matters. Your world no longer matters. I will kill you and loot the tiara of open skies from your lifeless bodies.
Those teeth really do like chewing the scenery. Excellent. Perfect.
With the tiara, our swarm shall travel across the void. And no world shall be spared. In attempting to save yourselves, you have doomed 1,500 worlds. Their own barriers will no longer give them protection.
No.
That can't be true.
It's a lie. The tiara isn't powerful enough to suppress a planetary-sized barrier.
Perhaps you are right. Perhaps not. Your barrier was already down by the time we arrived. I imagine
Don't trust the Demon Lord, guys.
a little better. We will see. Or rather, I will. You will now die. Hold portal.
Alright. So let's see about this. It looks like we can't go
Across
into
the water.
this water.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to,
Go around.
unless we left.
Unless we leave?
But I don't think that that's worth it because. Okay, so hold on. Let's abort the sudden charge. Actually. Let me think about this. What would Leap be able to do? It would go here.
What are the Demon Lord's range capacity look like? What's he got?
Alright, so he creates duplicates.
Okay, so he infuses... Holy cow, he has a lot of hit points. He infuses hit points into duplicates.
And he has flying and sneak attack and elite.
So he's going to be flanking with his duplicates, presumably.
And he has a few hidden tricks up his sleeve.
Excellent.
Okay. So
we might let him come to us.
we might want to let him come
Because
to
he
us.
doesn't have range attack, so he's going to be
Except for his hidden tricks.
Yes, well, Yet.
Alright, so we could let him come to us.
And potentially do a little bit of pre-buffing first.
I mean, that's fair.
Get our protector tree going over here.
I'm guessing he has some kind of AoE thing that he can do in his hidden tricks up his sleeve from
We could also, if we expect that, we could also scatter. And start approaching toward him. Like, he's presumably gonna fly across the center and go for a back
unless he's got a bunch of ranged things. Alright, tell you what. We'll leap here.
We definitely want to put our shield up, regardless.
Leap here, go like... I don't know, because his fly speed was 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Like, he can get to us in one move here, but also here. So move here as well, and then raise shield.
Sounds good.
I think that's a good
And then
call.
see if he decides to skirt around.
Pre-buffing bit. I lied about that. I saved a scroll for
Just this occasion.
Time stop. Spell resistance. Freedom of movement. Haste. Now. Yes. Your destruction.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So we're definitely gonna want to shoot this guy. We have a
We've got
clear
a clear
shot.
shot.
Let's
so
go for it.
Let's take a shot. I mean, we have a pretty reasonable chance of hitting. It would have been even higher if we weren't in extreme difficulty. Momentum controlled, assisting shot. Alright.
Alright, well, we gotta start.
Tok'tar can do the same thing that Safi did, I think. Although Tok'tar doesn't have a, no, he doesn't have reach.
So if we separate them out a little bit, then he either's gonna have to go around or get into one
I'm
of
gonna
their
go
ranges.
here and then jump to there so that...
Oh, yeah.
Because he doesn't have reach, so if he's gonna try to cast a spell or something...
He's gonna have to step away?
Yeah. I think that is a good idea.
Now, we could potentially throw a protector
She
tree.
can't leap far enough to get there.
Oh, what's the range on protector?
It is enough to go here,
So
but
we could...
if he chooses to strike Safi...
Yeah. He might. Or we can start casting spells. Let's see.
Let's see.
Remember, we're going to get a long rest after this, so we can
That's
cast
correct.
whatever
So
we
we
want.
could cast Roaring Applause on him. I think that's worth it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see if he critically saves. He critically saved.
Man. Oh, well.
And then I guess we go around a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright, so Safi is going to leap
Let's take that
here.
flank, shall we?
Take the flank, attack, miss, and let's see. What is the chance of hitting here? 40%. I'm gonna do it because it's holy. Oh man. All right, let's take the reaction. Let's take the reaction. Everything failed, and then he died. Well, I guess dying.
Yes, dying. Yes. Okay.
All right, that was not great.
So the duplicates should be easier
the
to deal
duplicate,
with.
I think, is completely blocked from her.
Yes, so we're gonna need to move.
If we want to attack the duplicate with her, at least.
Or we can attack the main guy.
I think we attack the main guy. Also, like, we're very far from Tok'tar. There we go. This is going to be a little rough to get there, but I think he won't die on the next turn unless some AoE happens. So let's see what we can do. So we're going to move. Now, what spell can we cast now? Divine Wrath. Where would that go? Yes.
Yeah, that's
He's
good.
good.
Get both of them.
That is literally good. Alright, that
Critical
one was
save again.
That one was second one.
Oh my gosh. Alright, so.
Okay. So, let's see. Let's see if we can kill the duplicate
Yeah, that sounds good.
from here, although it does put us next to this one. That's fine. I'm gonna move here. We'll attack the duplicate. And
This, okay, let's put the
raise the shield.
up. Yep.
so that we don't get the same thing that happened to Tok'tar. Take the free action. Wait, what happened? Did Tok'tar get, like, pushed away from his items or something?
What do
I
you
don't
mean?
know. I saw, like, items on the ground. It doesn't matter. Alright, who can we attack now? Does this guy have cover? Clear.
No,
Alright, let's
looks like
kill
he
the
doesn't.
let's kill the duplicate. I could have double shot in, but I think getting rid of the duplicate so it can't flank is more... Wait. Why did we only have 2 actions?
I think we moved.
I didn't try to. Alright, anyway. Now, Togdar may die if he fails his next recovery. If he critically fails his next recovery check.
Oh, can't share squares because he got relocated when the duplicate moved in.
Oh, man. Okay. That explains it. So, I don't think we can heal Togdar.
I don't think we have the range for that, yeah.
But, let's see. Can we do a line that, like, this line?
Yeah.
Alright, we at least killed that one.
Okay.
Wait, did Safi get damaged by that? I guess so. Wait, no, maybe it was the enemy. Alright, anyway. So, I think we're gonna need to...
save Togdar with Safi.
Yes. The problem is that then Togdar may die again.
Apparently we activated point blank stance by accident.
Oh,
When
okay.
we were clicking through
That's
the
what it was.
That was it.
I actually don't think we have enough action economy to save Togdar.
Because we'd have to put away something, draw
the
stuff.
if we stepped and
We'd
then
have to drop something, I think, to be able to do it.
no, because I don't think they have dropping. I just have to have draw
okay.
stuff. With the remaster swappity swap, we would be able to do it, but I don't think we can. That's fine. This guy is like hasted, so I don't think actually moving away from him is going to help us that much.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to try to smack him. Ooh, it's a multiple 4. Does he have some kind of a blur up right now? I don't see it. But, oh, maybe I'm dazzled.
Oh, you're dazzled.
So we were hit by
Yeah,
the line. Okay. Raise shield. And attack again. Okay.
Alrighty.
Aw, snap. Blood Vendetta.
Vendetta.
Oh, they're gonna kill her. Or at least they blocked her from getting to Togdar. That is very mean.
Right, so...
I think Togdar's gonna die. I don't think there's anything we can do.
Unless he succeeds at the...
That's extremely unlikely.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. What? Oh, no, that's a tumble through. She's never gonna succeed at that.
Do we have any items we can use for this?
We have, like, special... Oh, wait. Wait a minute. This guy doesn't have AOO. Can I leap past him?
But
over
no, I'm
the
saying, are
water?
any of those special boons we have heal at enough range to save them?
She can leap 10 feet. She should probably have been able to leap to this spot.
No, but those other boons we have, would any of those
They
heal
will
at
not,
enough-
because he doesn't have a turn to take the boons.
Oh, because you have to use a turn for them? Oh, it's 30
It's
foot
30
range.
feet, actually, so Safi can do it. Yeah, Safi
Yeah.
can use Boon of Cleansing,
I thought
assuming
there
he
was
didn't use it
something.
on himself. Anyway, the main issue that
Did she use Cerulean Sky to heal herself?
I mean, yes, she can. I'm not too worried about her, although perhaps I should be. But I'm not too worried about her.
Alright, well, I disagree.
Because she has... She could have just done a 2-action heal, in fact. I don't know why I just used Cerulean Sky on
Because
that.
it was free action?
Oh, wait. No, I don't need fresh produce. Raise shield. Alright, so let's do this. And then go here.
Yeah. Up in the face. Now, should we do the, we may want to consider double slicing this guy,
No,
though.
because we have a holy weapon on our on-hand weapon.
Right.
And I want the shield. Okay. So let's pick up our weapon. Stand up. And what about our boons?
He can use boons.
Actually, probably should have picked up a potion instead of our weapon. That was a mistake.
But he can use a boon,
No, wait.
too.
There's a better choice than any
Yeah?
of those.
What?
Going to this spot that's within 30 feet of it.
Oh, yes. So
This
that
heals
he can
way
be,
more
yeah,
than
that's
anything
true.
else.
That's correct. Okay. All right.
Okay, so he has greater
cover from here, so let's
let's
move.
jump across. Now what? Still greater cover. So let's go. Alright, he's gonna have lesser cover pretty much no matter what we do. So let's go here.
Go for the lesser cover. Yep.
Wait, what's... Confirm?
Yep.
And take our shot.
Pew. Miss.
Pew.
Okay.
Miss. Okay.
Healing time.
That is right. So we're going to cast a 2-action heal on Tokdar.
And maybe a guidance? Or no, shield raise probably.
No.
Oh, 1-action
Oh,
heal?
no, we don't. Yeah.
We're not
actually,
on who?
I'm going to move her back.
Yeah, that works.
Now, can he leap across the water?
Yes.
So he is allowed to. I think that's worth...
Yeah, try to get to the flanking situation eventually.
So this is not flanking,
It's not,
but
but
this
it's
kind of
closer.
annoys him more.
It'll make it harder for him to get past Safi.
I guess not quite, because he can just go across the water.
Oh, yeah,
so
sure.
I'll go here. And then attack. And then... raise his shield. Alright.
Alright,
Well,
well, Barbarian's Glove does heal him. How many actions
yes,
does that
we
take?
should definitely... It is
Yeah.
2 actions.
So we can do 1 attack in the Barbarian's Gloves.
Yes. In that case, we can't Intimidating Strike, but I
That's
think
fine.
it's
He's
worth it.
probably going to make the save anyway. I mean, not.
It's not a save.
Yeah.
This
Not the
is not
save.
how the
but,
story should go. Contingency. Craft armor.
He's transforming?
Alright, now he has Construct Armor and Attack of Opportunity.
It's more than just tools and minions. It's self-improvement. Evolution. With
man.
this armored carapace, I have become invincible. Hardness. Attack of opportunity. Bonus to AC. Even a brand new
Oh, this is going to be a lot of AC now.
die.
Well, now he's way
That
over
is
there.
32 AC. Now he's way over there.
Now let's heal.
And his weapon doesn't say that inevitable progress looks like it's... And when the creature is damaged by a critical hit, it loses its hardness and AC is reduced. So
Yeah.
it doesn't... It looks like inevitable progress is a thing he gains throughout the fight. So he definitely does not have any ranged abilities.
Yes.
So I don't think we need to use the
That's true.
Barbarian's
We can
Gloves
have-
yet.
we
We
can
can
have-
save that for an emergency.
And plan to have Anna heal him instead.
That's right.
That works.
Now that we've confirmed that he actually mostly operates via strikes, I think that we can use also the tree.
Yes.
All right, so we'll go here.
Isn't he within range of being attacked? Oh, but Anna goes first. Right, we're fine.
Yes. So Scarlet is blocked.
It's blocked from his new position, yeah.
But
Let's go to the
here
farthest clear.
is clear.
Yeah, let's do it.
Confirm the move. And let's try to break his thing. It's going to be very hard. We basically need a natural 20.
Yes.
But once we do, he will be much easier to defeat.
Alright, healing time.
Yes, we do have fewer of these because of the stuff that we pulled, but that did
Yes.
heal for 55. It does mean we don't have the tree just yet. That's alright. So we'll move. Let's see. He's, I think, still hasted.
Yeah.
So he has
You could
tons of
create
movement.
the apple and then be able to use it, I guess.
I think
Or
that's
put up your
okay.
shield or cast, I guess, guidance maybe?
Yeah, let's guidance talk
Talk
there.
there, because he's probably going to be in combat.
He's gonna get in trouble because the enemy has a lot of movement.
Yes.
So,
Advance.
yes. We're going to advance to
Maybe the
here,
spot, yeah.
then raise a shield.
Right by Togdar and then...
What did he do? He actually did have a spell that
What
was
he
not
has.
shown. What did he cast? Axe Hurl.
Oh, Axe Hurl. What is... Oh, it didn't say what the range on that was. Where is
I
it?
just don't even see it. So it's one of his invisible abilities.
Okay, so he's got some kind of... He's got some kind of super range, but it looks like...
It didn't
yeah.
do very much because she
Yeah.
saved. Alright. So
Okay.
if Scarlet moves up... Oh, sorry. If Anna moves up, she should be able to put up a
Protector,
tree.
yeah, yeah.
I actually probably will use Bar... Well, no, but then I won't be able to attack him. Let's see. I think we should probably use Intimidating Strike. Because if we can get a debuff, that raises our
That'll make
chance
it
of
easier
getting
to
a
get
crit.
the crit, which we need to get
Yes.
ultimately, yeah.
So we need to get ultimately. That is right.
Anna does
So
have some fear-based stuff, too.
I will use the... miss. Okay. So, let's see how we're doing here. It's clear. Okay. Well,
What is her resonance spell, by the way?
It's not anything useful. It's Fleet Step.
Okay.
Which is great, but it's not anything
She doesn't need it
useful.
now, yeah.
Miss. We're just fishing for that natural 20. We did not get it. Alright, so Anna is going to come here. She's going to put up a Timber Sentinel.
Sounds good.
And put it up here.
Yeah, that looks good.
Alright, so Safi's going to come here. He's going to attack.
I imagine the DC on that Demon Mask is not...
That hit, at least.
It hit.
That's our first hit since he got, like, 32 AC.
Yep.
Okay. Let's take it. Okay.
Destroy the tree?
Fine.
Alright, that's legit.
That's completely fine.
Okay.
Alright, we shall use Intimidating Strike. It missed. Alright. Then we'll attack again. We just need a 20. Okay, still fine? Still fine. Miss.
Exact.
Miss.
Assist.
We actually had, by the
decent
way,
chance of hitting there,
like
yeah.
45, 20, 20 on these, even though we have missed 9 times in a row. It's not like we're swinging at 0%. Alright, so Timber Sentinel
Yeah, let's get a new
to here,
Sentinel in.
and then we'll put her to here.
Sounds good. Alright, Safi.
So Safi is going to attack. That hit. He still resists 10 until we can break the armor. But we have, like, Holy Cold Iron on the main weapon, which is a good thing to have. Okay. There goes the Timber
Maybe
Sentinel.
attack and glove?
Yeah, I think we have to use the glove, so we can't use Intimidating Strike. Watch this. Now we'll hit after we miss with every Intimidating Strike. Oh, this is Manipulate, so he'll get an AOO.
Oh, yeah, that's trouble.
That is an issue, right? And how
So I guess we
hard
should have
does
used
he
it
hit?
farther away.
Well, we could potentially use our
Our cleansing boon?
cleansing boon, but it gets rid of a lot of conditions that we don't actually have.
What about the Cerulean boon? That's just healing.
That's true. Let's use the Cerulean boon. Then use Intimidating Strike. Is Frightened
Now frightened.
1.
Excellent. Okay.
And then Shattered Defenses for
yes.
off guard. That could have given us a 3 swing in armor class if we had
Yes.
actually hit the Shattered Defenses to finally get our nat 20. Alright, we just really need
A crit.
any nat 20 anytime. Okay, so is this Manipulate? It just says Primal Kinesis Wood Impulse.
It doesn't say manipulate.
Yeah, it's not. Okay.
Okay.
So we can do that, and then let's test guidance on Safi.
Safi.
We
Safi
can
has
test it on
guidance.
Timber Sentinel. Alright, let's do this. Use it! Okay. I mean, we are actually,
Really chipping away
we
at
are,
him
we have not
legitimately.
actually destroyed the armor, but we are slowly winning, despite not being able to get rid of the armor. I do want to use our ferocity. I guess we didn't have our ferocity last time. Also, his attack bonus is really high. He's actually, because we went onto insane difficulty mode, he's actually hitting on an 11 with his, like, final multiple
hit,
attack bonus thing. Anyway, so we obviously can't use the Barbarian's Glover. We will die.
Can we step out of the way?
No, it has reach.
Oh. Yeah, we have to double step, and then we're not going to do anything useful. Fair enough. All right. Let's
We're
go.
not going to be able to use the gloves if
I guess we
double
intimidate.
step. I mean, and then he would be able to step back up and attack.
Yeah.
So we did get the Frightened 1. Now, maybe if we can land this 20% chance Shattered Defenses, we could not.
Not this time. All right.
Okay. Alright, let's see what we can do here. So if we do an Exacting Strike, and then an Assisting Shot,
Insolent interlopers!
he's gonna turn undead, presumably.
You true power! Flesh is a weakness. Blood is a weakness. Power. I need more power.
Is he turning into a lich?
He can't. The research was unfinished.
Undead.
Became a proto-lich, a failed attempt at lichdom.
All right, his stuff just changed a lot.
He has no spellcasting, no phylactery. Importantly, no abyssal resurrection.
Power. Immunities. Resistances dealing death.
Okay, so he backed up and he left minions here.
I must have the tiara.
He might have a lot of spells now.
This also means he now has undead weaknesses, right?
Yes, and his armor is also down.
Because his carapace animated as separate creatures.
Those creatures
I
there,
see
okay.
it. Take care and attack, team.
Oh, he also dropped his buzzsaw axe,
That's cool.
which has the ability to hurl it at each creature in a 120-foot line once per encounter.
That's what he did. Okay.
That is what he did. Okay, so the main issue I see here is that the living armors go immediately and will kill Tokdar.
So let's save Tokdar.
We can't. We have
Scarlet-
0 actions. They entered the,
Oh, I see.
They entered the encounter at an initiative where they automatically kill it.
Okay.
So he's dead. Oh, no, they chose to attack someone else. Okay, he is dead. Wait, no, right. I forgot he has Die Hard.
He has
so
Die
He's
Hard.
slightly alive. Okay.
All right, let's
Fair enough. We're going to cast our
let's
last
heal.
2-action heal
On
on
Tokdar.
Tokdar. He's now wounded 3. That's right. Wounded 3. And then who else can we guidance? I guess ourself, but that's
Ourselves,
not
but
worth
it's not
it.
worth it. Raise shield, maybe?
Raise shield. Okay. So, this guy, like, presumably, he's got Death Belch. It's a 30-foot cone. Does lots of negative damage and frightens.
Once every 1d4 rounds. Okay.
He's got Bone Skewer. He sends a sharp bone to skewer the target to the ground, dealing piercing damage and potentially immobilizing, which is presumably
a
at
ranged
a range.
attack? That feels like a ranged attack.
Yes. So, okay. I think that we probably are going to have to kill these things before...
They have 9 hardness, which is going to be a pain.
It's not too bad, because when we crit, which we presumably will do against these weaker enemies... Seriously? We had like... we had like a 100% chance. We must have rolled a 1 on the first attack. Yes, it was.
Okay.
In fact, it wasn't even a critical fail. It was a regular fail, because 1 plus 20 was
Yes.
21.
Alright, well...
That was so unlucky.
Poor staff.
Alright, I'll just swing again.
Yeah, that
And it
hit.
almost entirely got resisted.
Alright.
Alright, that's fine. Oh, right. He goes next. Tokdar is... Oh,
He critically saved.
He's not dead.
He's not dead.
He's getting better.
He's getting better. Alright.
Alright, so I think I'm going to double shot these guys
Mm-hmm.
because of the fact that it gives us a higher chance of breaking their armor.
Alright, they don't
Did
have
not
AOO,
work.
so Tokdar can use his Majuger.
Yes, he definitely will. If he lives. Okay, Majuger. Also, why is he prone? I guess he got knocked down. Oh, right, he went unconscious
He went
again.
unconscious.
Barbarian's Gloves. Stand. Let's use Reactive Shield.
Nice.
Okay. We're going to cast
Tree.
Timber Sentinel.
Yes. Oh my god.
Okay. And then
Can we guidance someone useful? No.
raise the shield.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Alright, we're going to try to hit with our extremely high chance
It
of
hit,
hitting. It did
95%.
hit. The problem is that they just ignore like almost all of the damage until we crit. We really need to crit, which was also a pretty decent chance.
Luck has not been on our side.
That was
this
really
way.
unlucky. I'll just kick it. Okay, jeez.
He's still alive.
Yeah, but he's gonna die. Alright, hold on.
We can heal him. Yep.
Okay, I think that
Taking the
this
first chance,
difficulty
yes.
like may have been too much here.
Okay.
Alright, so this guy does not have AOO anymore. Alright, so we pick this up. Oh, he does.
He
He's
does.
dead. Alright.
He did have AOO. Remember, he gained it from before.
I thought that he lost it when he became a lich. But
It
he did
doesn't
not.
say he did.
Fair enough. I think that Tokdar was very likely to die. I'll try this one more time on this mode, and then I'm going back to the hard mode that we were on before, because I don't want to force people watching the stream to watch us lose over and over again on
Yeah, but this is
incredibly hard
fascinating.
difficulty
Alright,
modes.
so...
This is what I would be doing
Yes.
on my own, but I just don't want to make people watch the same thing over and over again. Alright, let's see. So I still think that leaping towards him was a good
legit.
idea.
Yeah.
But now that I know that he doesn't have, like, spells and stuff...
We can move up more.
I think that I'm willing to leap all the way over.
Yeah, let's get in his face.
Because we might be able to actually disrupt his time stop.
Yeah, that would be cool. Alright.
Potentially, which would be hilarious.
So, let's attack him here.
Okay, yes. We should be able to. Although, honestly, we should just get this up.
Point
even
blank,
though we don't need it right now.
We don't need it yet, but we're going to need it later. Yeah, that sounds good.
Alright, there we go. Take some persistent bleed and...
And assisting shot?
Assisting shot.
Yeah, take that gamble. Okay,
All
so...
Right. Now, she still can't jump over this.
Correct.
So, what can we do?
Well, we tried roaring applause last time and it failed, but
it might work.
It might work this time.
Let's try roaring applause. We did get really, really unlucky. It did work.
Yeah, we did.
What
Okay,
did he get on his save? He actually failed his save, so he's now slowed 1 and provokes attack of opportunity at the start of each of his turn. Now, I think that we may be forced to, like, sustain the spell, which is going to significantly limit our ability to,
but we
like,
can choose
go
when we
to
want to
places.
stop. He also... Another mention is apologize. Peter apologizes for suggesting this and also points out that we have boons that give us haste that we could use.
No, they totally do.
I think Mark wants to save it for the final encounter.
Yes, there's another encounter. Also, Safi got wrecked.
Alright, Talkdar, move in.
Let's see. So yeah, we can now... Talkdar actually might be able to get here.
Yeah.
And then make 1 attack against the duplicate. It missed. Alright. So obviously Savi needs to raise shield.
Savi probably is going to need to heal too.
The problem is that the 24 healing is just kind of mostly irrelevant. And it gets rid of a lot of really nice conditions that he does not have.
Alright, well, you could back him out then.
I mean, he can. Let's smack once at least. Now, let's take this heal. Let's take that heal.
Yeah.
And actually, I think it's worth smacking again because there's a 40% chance of killing
defeating
it.
that guy? Yeah. Well,
And we didn't.
We did, but that's fine.
That's fine. So,
now
what about
can
Scarlet?
she finish it?
I mean, she has a 60% chance.
To hit it.
Yeah, but that probably would kill it. Okay, we've not been super lucky.
That is true. Alright, Anna can move around.
So we need to sustain roaring applause, move.
Maybe you move a second time to get
Yes,
into a better position
I
for
agree.
assisting everyone else. Yep.
It uses stand. Let's kill it.
Perfect. Okay.
Excellent. Alright, we're in good shape. Wait, did he only move once? Also, I think he didn't time stop and pre-buff.
Yeah, he didn't.
That is huge.
Did he get messed up by roaring applause?
Oh, because he's slowed. So he can't, yes, I think he did get messed up by roaring applause.
Excellent.
Alright, so, yeah, this is actually very good for us. Let's go here, and then do Intimidating Strike.
Yep, absolutely.
Alright, Frightened.
And the Intimidate sticks. Okay.
Alright, now, let's see. Raise shield, smack, and Anna will go before we go again. So that hit. I don't even think it's... Well, actually, he's slowed, and... Therefore, if he steps, he only gets to attack once. So actually, I think I will step back. This is going to be so much different than last time. All because spellcasters are very strong if their spells work.
Indeed.
Alright.
Alright, so
now, here's what
healing,
we're going to do. We're definitely going to heal.
2-action heal and sustain roaring applause, I assume.
And then we're going to have a sustained roaring applause. That is absolutely 100% correct. Applaud, which
Provokes. Yes.
No. Contingency.
Oh, so that skips that whole first phase?
Oh, right, but he immediately had a turn back there.
He drank Potion of Healing, and he will still cast Time Stop as soon as he has 3 actions available.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure he never has 3 actions available anyway. Whether I was told that or not.
Okay.
Let's see, can we get to him with Sudden Charge? I think we can.
Yes, because we have Reach.
I think we
Oh, actually, we could have done
without
anyway.
Reach.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
Alright, we missed. He has an incredibly high AC, as we knew.
Yes.
Okay, so,
Another thing we
Safi.
probably should have done is put the, Oh, no, we do have the Disrupting Rune on.
We do.
Safi's
We do. It's on Safi's weapon. Now, Safi actually can't make it to sudden charge, so I'll convert it to a simple stride. And then... this.
Does
So
this
she's-
version
hold on.
have reactive?
He's got reactive strike.
He does,
Yeah, so
okay.
we're gonna step. Then we're gonna move.
But I think we need to move way back because
As
we want to get
far
close
as
to
possible.
Anna.
Yes, as far as possible.
And then
we
attack.
shoot once.
Yeah. Because we're low. Yeah. Speaking of Anna.
Okay, so sustained roaring applause. Then, I don't think we're in range to heal her. Or are we? Yeah, invalid
Oh,
target
just
range.
slightly out of range,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I thought. So we're gonna move. We're gonna move, and we're going to
Guidance?
move again.
Oh, right.
Now
yeah.
we're in range of healing a bunch of people.
That sounds good.
Applause! Axe hurl.
He uses axe hurl. Okay,
That's
so we've
fine.
recovered from the persistent damage.
That's fine. Boom. Alright, we missed. And we crit! We broke the armor! This is yet another thing that's better than last time.
All right,
we
now
finally
he's in.
broke
Now
the
he's
armor.
in. Safi doesn't have to move to get him in Safi range.
Correct.
All right,
That is
perfect. He's gonna attack
excellent.
now.
So attack. Raise shield. Attack. The AC is way lower now.
Yeah, this is much more reasonable. Okay.
Let's take a shot with lesser cover, but whatever. The armor is broken. We have actual chances to hit. All right. Now we should be within 30 of like everybody except Tokdar.
So we can sustain and.
So we can
invoke.
sustain and or we could heal
Oh yeah, maybe we should heal.
Scarlet just in case.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I think we're gonna be in trouble against the Lich form if
Scarlet, well, because he always moves at the beginning of
Okay.
his new form. All right.
So yeah, we missed with everything. Even though we have a 60% hit chance, you know what? We got the one crucial crit, but
That's
we have
correct.
definitely still been the dice have not been.
There we
super
go. There's
clear.
another crit.
Fine. I'll show you.
I wonder if he's still gonna be prone when he teleports.
Is he? He can't. He became. He has no.
Power.
Because it,
I see.
Power.
This is also way better because last time what was really horrible is that we were at 0 actions and
Yes,
living
and then he
armors acted
appeared, yes.
immediately.
And now the armors.
And now
are
the
at
armors
bottom,
are all the way at the bottom. So like some of that is the RNG of where the new the new creatures come in to the fight. All right, let's see what we're gonna do here. Now these still do.
Oh! It was like he wouldn't have cast it while in that previous form because he had the buzzsaw, which is two-handed.
Oh, that's
He was
a good-
two-handing the
that's a
buzzsaw, but
very
now
good
he doesn't
point.
have the buzzsaw, so he might do it here.
He might do what?
His time stop thing.
Oh, well he's still slowed, right?
Yeah, no, but if we don't keep him slow, but we're gonna keep him slow. Yeah,
So, okay. Now, these guys have just ridiculously high. Like they're not that powerful, but they have ridiculously high hardness.
Yes.
So I feel like maybe we should just like go after the boss and ignore them.
Seems legit.
Okay, that's what we're doing. So 1, and then can a sudden charge make it there? Wait. Oh right, we didn't have enough actions because.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. In that case, I guess since we can still sudden charge to him next turn anyway, we'll just take this swing. We could have broken the armor.
Might as well, yeah.
Okay. So
So he's currently blocked.
he's currently blocked, but I also don't want
Wanna move up too much,
make
yeah.
the situation for him too easy.
So let's move so we can hit him, but near our allies, so we might be able to.
But also,
do like
I don't want to make it too easy for their animated armors either.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you could also just attack the
Problem
enemy.
is, he has cover no matter
Yeah.
what.
Maybe you just attack the armors and wait for him to approach.
Yeah,
Because he could potentially use them as flanking friends. Yeah, there we go. Double shot.
that could have broken the.
It could have broken one. Yeah, there
It
was a
didn't.
decent chance.
It didn't. All right, that's fine. I'll move down here
Mm-hmm.
so that she's not like separated from Anna as much.
Speaking
Sustained
of Anna,
roaring
sustained
applause.
roaring applause. Do we want to get a tree up?
I think we want to heal Tokdar
I
if he's
think
within
healing.
range.
Yeah, healing Tokdar makes more
Because
sense.
he's actually missing a lot.
All right, Tokdar's healed.
Okay. What was that?
He did some kind of attack.
It was.
What did it say?
Oh, he tried to skewer Safi into the ground, and Safi made his thing.
Oh, he made
Okay.
a save. Awesome. Okay.
So now I think we're gonna sudden charge this guy.
Advance. Yes.
Oh
Perfect.
wait, we don't even need to sudden charge, so it's gonna. abort and convert to simple stride. Alright. Here we go. We can slide him.
Slightly back.
Does he have reach still? Yeah, he still does. But if we get him out of the corner, he is like slightly more flankable.
Yep.
He's still not flankable here, but he's slightly more flankable. Okay.
Alright.
So Safi can come here. Actually, sudden charge. There we go. 36 damage. Raise
Perfect.
shield. Now, based on where he is right now. Okay. So Scarlet could attack with no problems
From
here.
here.
I think,
Yeah,
I
let's
think
do
she
that.
should.
He'd have to spend a lot of effort to get up to her.
Yeah. Let's just try to kill the real boss.
Mm-hmm.
He's a boss. Look how different it is when he doesn't get his pre-buffs, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, Roaring Applause MVP. So, let's go here, and then over here. We're just kind of going around. Alright, what are we doing? We are going to hit it.
Disarm.
Not that we've, like, almost ever hit
Oof.
with that. Okay, that was very bad, and we're probably sickened like a million. Are we? No, I guess we're not.
No, we're not. What happened? Can
Oh,
we
wait,
see
it's
this?
frightened. A creature
Oh.
that fails is frightened. The Demon Lord can't use it for a round. And they have bravery.
Oh, bravery. There we go. There we go. Okay.
Alright, well, he's gonna die soon.
Yes.
Taking it. Okay. And by he, I mean also possibly Safi. But,
Yes.
come on, 65!
Aww.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright. The Curse of Scarlet from previous things. And the Curse of Scarlet from this thing, apparently. Like, those are 65, 40, 40 for all of the things that we've just missed with 6 times in a row.
Alright, Anna, can you get into healing range? No, right?
No.
So sustain then.
Well, sort of. Actually.
Yes.
Oh, well, I
Hey!
suppose we didn't need to use
Well,
that.
we didn't know.
Down to the end. You still don't see. In destroying me, you have undone your world.
I'll give him this. He is tenacious.
Is he going to do a death curse?
Only Lenorms can do that.
A fiend, a construct, and an undead.
Gotta catch them all.
Dragon too.
Types.
You never wondered why we are called the Starborn. My spirit is more powerful than you can imagine. As I expire, my spirit will fuel the profane barrier's ultimate expansion. I would have preferred to live, but if I can't, then neither will you. Your world ends now.
Anna?
What's happening, Battle Leader?
We need to move to destroy the living spell before it expands.
But we're in no shape to fight again. We need to rest.
There is no time, Safi. I'm sorry. We must move quickly.
Wait, something.
Divine recovery.
The blooming flower.
Yeah, and the rest of them. Because we killed another demon lord.
Excellent. Now, stop standing around, team. We're still on a clock. Let's move.
Dun, da, da.
Dun, dun, dun. Victory!
Let's see what we got from the Demon Lord. Cloak of Cold Resistance. I mean, don't mind if I do. I guess. Tokdar is always dying. He can
Yeah.
have it. Scroll of Chain Lightning. That's a great thing to sell in Dawnsbury. Let's make sure that's actually on Tokdar. I think it
Yes,
is.
it
That's
says
his
one.
last item. Okay. But it may have been on Safi, because
Yeah.
the
Okay,
inventory.
well, let's see. It's in the Buzzsaw Axe. +2 striking battle axe that also has a +2 circumstance bonus to damage to attacks that benefit from the sweep traits bonus to attack rolls. Once per encounter can hurl in a 120-foot line.
Yep, that's pretty cool. Let's see if we can take the +2 off of it. No, it looks like it's part of the basic functionality. So, because it doesn't have reach, I think we're gonna stick with the +2 striking, disrupting, holy cold iron, no inflict mace.
Yes.
It's a one-hander, so it's also not in Tokdar's thing, but that is a cool item.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do this. Living spell in insane difficulty mode.
We're doing this!
We must disrupt the spell.
The barrier barrier already started expanding.
What are these red wisps?
I think... Are they chaotic evil, Scarlet?
Yes.
Then they're the remnants of the Demon Lord's spirit. They are powerful.
You can switch back to hard no if he wants us.
We're trying.
We're doing it.
Yes.
We're committed to the bit now.
The moats, you can disperse them. We should disperse as many of these as we can.
Yeah, he said he never beat it
Will
in his
temporarily
insane mode.
collapse the barrier.
Never beat that boss?
There
Yeah.
will also be a violent Be fast, but be safe, everyone. It's just this one final challenge.
Alright, so they
and
might
then
explode
our
when
quest
we
is
destroy
done.
them, I think is what
To
she's
battle,
implying here.
Dawnsbury 4.
Or a monster will come.
Or a monster. Oh yeah, that would work too.
Alright,
Okay.
so this is the Profane Barrier, level 11.
Ooh.
When a non-evil creature enters the aura or begins to turn there, it takes 20 d12 force damage, and it inevitably expands each round. But when an aspect of inevitability is drained, it shrinks back. You
Okay.
can 3-action drain it to help collapse the barrier. This will also summon a corrupted prismatic octahedron. And we obviously can't do that unless we start our turn
adjacent to
next
it,
to
yes.
it.
Or unless we use the boon of heavenly haste.
Yes, I was
since
thinking
this is
about
the
that.
final encounter.
I was thinking about that. Linda. But here's the thing.
Yes.
Who should we use the Boon of Heavenly Haste on? It should be someone who doesn't normally need the ability to Heavenly Haste. So I think we should use it on Scarlet, because Anna is often starved for her movement, and we might need it if there's another DLC.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So if we use that on Scarlet, I don't know how many Octahedra we should be summoning at the same time.
yeah.
So let's see. Now, Anna also needs to, like, kind of be near to people.
What does her friendship gloves do again?
Once per day for the rest of the encounter, get a +1 to saving throws, 10 temporary hit points. You know what?
We should do it.
We can do that. Let's touch somebody. Reach out and touch someone. So we'll
Alright,
touch,
who's our friend?
Talkdar. He seems to have more power.
We have the response of, oh my god.
What?
We might need it in case there's another DLC. Look, we spent our consumables.
Wait, hold on. We did our stat boosts into things that put them up to 19, which
That's
doesn't
true.
do anything unless
That's
there's
true.
another DLC.
That's true. Well, when we did the first thing before the DLC, we spent consumables, and then, like, Mark spent 3 encounters ruining that they spent consumables instead of
Alright, let's put up a Timber Sentinel, like, here.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so we are going to spend the Boon of Heavenly Haste on Scarlet. Now that she's quickened, now let's see. How does that... Is that represented in the, is that just gonna be, this is free? No? What just happened? Why did I not get my free? Oh, because I'm, because I became quickened on my turn, so I
Yes.
don't get it until the next turn.
Correct.
Okay. Well, suddenly I don't think we need the Boon of Heavenly Haste. It was actually only worth it if it could do something on the first turn. Oh well. I'll move her here.
So she can be ready to do a farther one the next turn? Yeah, that makes
Or
sense.
the turn after we deal with the Octahedron.
But she can fire from there.
Or let's make sure she has... Yeah, it's clear.
She still has an action left.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Point blank shot. Okay. So, we obviously can't trigger this now. But let's just put Talkdar here. What is this? Water Walk. Oh, yeah. That would have been very useful last fight.
Yep.
Okay. So, Talkdar's in good shape.
Yeah, sounds good.
Let's just end turn here. Safi is gonna go here. Raise his shield just for fun.
Maybe move around to be flanking in case
Oh,
that
yeah.
creates a
That's a
flanked
good
enemy
point.
who's then pinned in.
That's a good point. Actually, we should have flanked it on the orthogonal.
Yeah,
That's
whatever.
alright. Oh, no, I actually wanted to be in the spot I was before because it was next to the tree.
The boons also get weaker on higher difficulties. And lower difficulties, they give more hit points, and the haste has a longer duration.
Oh, that's interesting. Alright, I should have left Safi where he was. It would have been next to the tree.
That's okay.
That's fine. Let's see. What can we do now? We can
Guidance?
put up a...
Or we could start a bless.
We could start a bless. We could put up a protect. I guess those things are... Can we do like a protection from law?
Or were they lawful, or they were corrupted, though, right?
Yeah, but I think they were still lawful. We could still put up a bless though.
Why don't we put up a bless and then make sure and then confirm what they are alignment-wise before.
Alright. I think it's lawful. Alright, so she's
I
going
think so,
to...
too. Drain the aspect of
No, I
inevitability.
want them to drain that one first. She can be
She
here.
can delay then. I go. It just doesn't matter because the barrier's
She,
last.
well, she can delay. No, because we
Yeah,
have
'cause
no
that's
idea
right,
when
we don't know when it's gonna go.
when
That's
this
true.
thing is
So
gonna
now
go.
he can drain it.
Oh, it summoned 4 of them, and they are actually chaotic evil. It's the living armor. It doesn't summon octahedrons after all.
Well, that one said it summoned octahedrons.
Oh, they all summon. Yes, this summons a lit arm, so we could wind up with the death curse. Okay.
Oh, that's cool. So there's all different encounters. We can pay more attention to that if we lose.
Wow, this actually was a critical hit. Nasty. Okay, so let's see. Our chance to hit this is 95. So let's double
shot
because
to
we
try to
wanna
break more armors,
More
yep.
armors.
Nice.
That is what
Double
that
armor
is
break.
what we like to see.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's. Also, I think that this was so many enemies that the haste is going to be completely useless. Sadly.
This still gives her more attacks against these.
No,
No,
'cause
she
it's
still has
only,
an action.
It's only movement. It's only movement.
Oh.
It's going to be useless because she's not going to be able to move up to another one and then activate
Oh,
it.
it's an only movement haste. Okay, understood. That's why I was confused.
Yeah. It's fine.
All right.
Okay, so let's see. First attack, try to break the armor. Do not need the
Don't
healing
heal-
yet.
yeah,
I
wait
mean, we
until-
have taken a little damage, but I think we may need it for a higher level monster.
Yeah, because it heals
Second
double
attack
the monster.
on one that has its armor broken.
Yep.
Third attack, try to finish this off, I think.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, it's
Not
very
quite.
low. All right, almost there. It's actually move or strike, he says.
Oh, whoops. I thought it said that it was only for... Yeah, it was move or strike. I guess we could have
I
gotten a free
thought
attack.
it was that like normal
You were
haste
right.
anyway.
I thought it was different. I thought it was a boon of movement.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, use it next time.
Yeah, that's fair. So let's...
How long does it last anyway?
Let's move her here, and then resummon the tree. Wait, where is... Resummon the tree
Here?
here.
Yeah, next to everybody.
Okay, and then Tokdar will go to a spot where he can do something. And
Improve
then
swipe?
improve swipe. Okay.
All right, we have one left and it still has its Majigger.
That's fine.
Now, let's
I think we can drain...
drain it. And
that
then
will summon a Linorm right next to her.
we can drain and shoot. Or drain and move. Because we're hasted.
Yeah, let's... Oh, wait. It has AOs.
Yeah. Well, at least we're
Whoops.
not adjacent. Okay.
Okay. Well, this thing is not very dangerous, so
we can
let's
move up
just
and
go
start-
here
And then we can attack.
and then try to attack the corrupted Linorm. Regeneration deactivated.
Nice. What's its reaction? Is it the regeneration deactivated by
Good, maybe? Cold iron?
cold iron? Perfect.
Okay. Uh-oh. They killed our precious tree.
Our precious, precious tree. What's the heart on Tokdar there?
The lover's
Oh,
glove.
it's the lover's gloves bonus. Perfect. Okay.
Alright. So, I'm gonna invoke another impulse. It's gonna be
Timba Sentinel.
Timber Sentinel. And with my last action, maybe increase
increase
blast
blast radius sounds good,
I guess I
yeah.
could also raise her shield.
Or
but
guidance. They're all legit choices.
increase blast radius.
She's gonna want it to be larger, for this is gonna be a long fight, I think.
Alright, Tokdar, improved swipe.
Apparently the taste lasts for 2 rounds on insane difficulty.
Yep, I
Okay.
did see that it was
Yeah,
2
yeah.
rounds, so we used both of them now.
Okay.
Now let's see, where should the corrupted armor go? How about, over here.
Yeah, if you don't want to have Safi going after it, then just irritating it makes sense.
Okay, it wasted our Timber Sentinel. That's fine. Let's double
shot?
to try to get rid of it. Actually, did we break its thing? I think we broke its thing by this point. Yeah,
We'll check the accuracy of the shooting it.
I'm pretty sure we broke it. We would have had a 95 whether we broke it or not.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, whoa,
and we
double
pinned
crit.
it to the ground.
Perfect.
That was very good, Scarlet. That was
Assisting with the last?
very unscarlet-like. Okay. So, if we take a double move, we can, if we sudden charge, we can get into a flank.
That's too long of range, isn't it?
No.
Oh, you mean by that? Yeah, right.
Regeneration deactivated. Death.
Oh, we might as well take the heal here, right?
Yeah, this is on a higher amount.
Yeah.
I think we should probably take it.
We may have been able to get a few more, but you can't necessarily guarantee we're
Now,
going to crit.
Safi cannot get right up to one of these things.
Which one are we going to do next? Maybe do we want to do the Aeon Badoo?
Probably. It's closer to...
Also, like, actually, why don't we mouse over each of these and see what they all say they're going to summon?
This summons...
Oozes.
Black puddings, a flood of black puddings, ochre jellies. This summons a rattle of low-level skeletons. This summons...
Ooh.
Deals massive damage to non-evil creatures. To every non-evil creature. Let's do that at the end. This summons a lunar sharpbeak, and this summons 2 Destrotons.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about from the perspective of protection, what would be the most useful version?
Let's see. So we can invoke an impulse to summon the tree here.
Tree isn't used.
Now let's one... Oh, right. He's going to have to be next to it to activate it, but that's fine. He can back up later.
Peter said you have to give Scarlet credit for that awesome double shot.
That
you
was...
can't just say Scarlet, like...
That was incredible, a double shot.
Yeah, no, it was more like that Scarlet... How Scarlet did in some of our...
That was an incredible double
our
shot.
pre-DLC stuff.
Honestly, she did pretty well throughout this DLC.
Yeah, she's doing well.
Okay.
We gave her too much.
We're giving her guff for the original game, where she just couldn't roll to save her life. Alright.
Well, we could move her up a little
Let's
bit, because
see.
we may eventually want her to be closer to being able to hit whatever comes out of this
And this
one.
thing is a ranged opponent.
Yeah, that's true.
And these are... Oh, but these are melee. Let's see. Also, what... Do we have to, like, go through the profane barrier? Yeah, if we were going here. This is also very close to the profane barrier. Which is, like, not fantastic. I think maybe... Wait, is this blocking if she's, like... What's its aura, also?
Presumably what's shown on the map, right?
Yeah, I think it's that red thing.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not the black squares, it's actually the red squares.
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. So... Let's... And then when does it deal the damage? Whenever you enter. So let's just make sure we do not ever enter. 1...
That's in the bless, by the way.
Yes, it is. And maybe we just want to stay there. But I was also thinking of having her go up to where the oozes were.
Oh, it shows the hazard of... It counts as a hazard.
Oh, it says
instead.
hazard. That's really good.
Excellent.
Alright. I guess she can go to where the oozes are. But on, like, the party's side of the oozes. Enter.
works.
Okay. So, Safi...
Flankety flank?
Yeah,
Or no,
well,
next to the tree, maybe?
Yeah, the thing is that it's not going to be summoned exactly at
Yeah,
this.
that's true. That's
So,
true.
honestly,
next to
having the tree there wasn't no much point now that I think about it. We shouldn't have done it. Let's just put Safi here in case it comes at a farther range, like the last ones, and then raise shield. Okay, that grew. Okay, well, so there's not much point in resummoning the tree because we don't know where it's going to happen. So we'll just do this and...
Guidance?
I don't think we need it yet. Alright, here we go. Drain it.
The barrier is beginning to destabilize.
Just a few more motes, friends. We can get there.
Okay, there, yeah. See, it's summoned in the bottom corner.
I agree. That quote hazard is the greatest understatement of the game. Otherwise known as death squares.
Yes.
Do not stand.
Alright, here we go.
Let's do it.
We don't have adamantine because we chose not to have adamantine, but we can still...
Because we kept the cold iron on the weapons, yeah.
I think it was worth it, otherwise we
Yeah.
wouldn't have been able to kill that little arm. Alright, we've got an assisting shot up.
Excellent. Alright, Safi.
Safi's gonna go here
Come on in.
to get right behind it.
And then Tokdar will be able to get the flankety
That's right.
flank.
Knock
Excellent.
it prone.
Oh, he crit.
And I think this thing, like, targets your reflex and stuff, so we're
Yeah.
not gonna raise the shield. Alright, we're gonna attack it again.
Oh, another crit.
No, our poor protector tree is slow too!
Critical hit. -0 resistance.
Okay. Poor protector tree.
Protected us.
It
by
did.
taking the aggro.
It did.
Alright, are we casting a needle darts or whatever?
Yeah, I
Or
don't-
divine lance?
Right, because it's chaotic evil. Oh wait, it resists good. Well, we missed anyway, but next time we should do lawful, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
Charge! We're in the bless and have a flank. This is very accurate. Go, 95%.
It's not immune to mental. It's frightened.
Well done.
Alright, let's see.
Pew pew.
Yes. So,
We should probably not be
Pew.
contemptuous enough to open up the new encounter.
yeah, I agree. Even though oozes aren't like that dangerous. Okay. She can open it up next time.
Or we could, we can have her open it up next time.
We don't know where the oozes will show up. It's
That's
probably
true.
actually to the north of that spot, just based on where this encounter was. So she's next to it. She'll open it up on her next turn.
So Safi can
Let's get
advance.
Safi like into here in case the oozes appear here.
Right in the thick of things.
Right in the thick of it.
Now,
Anna
do you
can
want to
increase the radius of her
radius?
blast. She can like...
Move up and put her shield up if you want her to be right in the thick of things. I guess the question is, do you want to ultimately kite the oozes?
I don't know.
I think maybe not because of the expanding radius.
Yeah,
of
I
death.
think not.
So
Now, what we do want to do is switch Tokdar's weapon to his plus
To his
one
plus
striking
one striking,
Earthbreaker
yeah.
on the grounds that the oozes are immune to the other thing. And then we'll bring him up here and end his turn. Alright, we're doing it!
Okay.
One more moat and the barrier.
Oh, we actually only need one more after
Oh.
this.
Do not
Who's
get
friends?
overconfident. The barrier's collapse will take time, and we must still survive until then.
Oh.
Those
Okay.
doses don't all look the same. As each
No,
other.
it said okra jellies and black pudding.
Okay.
Okay. So, here we go.
So bludgeoning damage.
That's right. So, bludgeoning damage. We knocked it prone. Now, we will knock one of these other ones prone, probably. Let's see which one. I guess this one. Whoa, we actually missed with a natural one. Okay. And, do they have reach?
There's some
Some of them
ominous
do.
stuff in chat about seeing how much hubris is on display and should we tell them. So
Uh-oh.
concern.
I am concerned. Uses stand, which provokes. Let's take a reaction with our Earthbreaker. Okay. That's fine. Alright, so let's use an impulse to summon a Timber Sentinel. Like here.
Yeah, and then we
then
can
go
move into
here.
its protection radius.
That's right. Now Tokdar.
Smackety time.
Yes, it's not going to do like a ton of damage, but we can still smack it a bunch of times. They do have a lot of hit points.
That's true.
I don't think we need to kite it. Alright. So obviously there's no need for her to attack with anything other than her fist if she doesn't want to switch to her +1 striking maul, which she will.
+1 striking ball time.
Let's go to the mall. Alright. Well, we lost the Timber Sentinel, but I think she can still, like,
Yeah.
smack this thing.
Might as well, right? Smackety time.
Alright, let's take down the stronger one. Alright, he's been knocked prone. It's very low. We can raise a shield.
Alright, got that one.
Okay, one down. Okay. So, let us
Do we re-sentinel?
increase blast radius and then create a Timber Sentinel. Alright.
Smashy time.
Now, should we go after the one that's actually worthwhile? I think probably.
Yeah, I think so too.
Alright.
That will take us out of the sentinel if we move there.
It will. It's fine. Critical immunity. But we don't need an
Don't need,
exact
it's an
strike.
ooze, you don't need exactly.
Well, just with our last attack. Alright. So, Scarlet is going to smack it, and then smack it again. And
Alright, Safi?
Safi needs to move up, smack it, and smack it.
Reactive? Okay.
Alright, they do have a lot of hit points, so it is giving the barrier a lot of time.
We may consider... Does Anna need to do something damaging instead of the defensive stuff?
I guess these are chaotic evil. So, like, I could shoot it with a divine lance, but, like, it's not that much damage. The main issue is I want to be able to get to Aspect of Inevitability Beast before too long. So we may move Scarlet out towards that starting on next turn. Sure, I'll do this.
Alright, Tokdar.
Tokdar is talking the Dar. Okay, great. So Scarlet is going to go to Aspect of Inevitability Beast. 1, 2,
and be ready next time.
And switch to her actual
Switch to her
weapon.
actual bow, yep.
Now, does that... I think she may have lost her point-blank stance when she switched to an illegal weapon for it. Alright.
We check... Oh, mouse over her. There's a symbol on her. What is that symbol?
I guess she got to keep it.
She got to keep it.
Cool.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Alright,
okay.
so... let's see. I guess we can smack this ooze prone. Smack this other ooze prone. And then move here.
Chat's saying more ominous stuff. Do you want to know or do you want to be surprised?
What ominous stuff are they saying?
On seeing the barrier acts different.
Oh boy. That doesn't sound very good for us. Also, Safi is getting close to being in big trouble. Alright, so let's move to here.
Alright, we're around.
Alright, so Tokdar.
So the thing that shrinks it is when we activate one of these.
We have to activate one of these,
right?
which
so
Scarlet will be doing on her
so
next
we can
turn.
leave those weaker oozes back behind. That makes sense.
That's correct. I just don't care about them very much.
And then we're switching back to his main weapon.
Yeah, where is his main weapon?
Here, the Guizarm.
There it is. Alright, activate. Shrink it.
The living spell is collapsing. 3 rounds. That's how long we'll need to survive. Brace yourselves, team.
I have a bad feeling
I have
about
a bad
this.
feeling about this. That it's going to do something on those 3 rounds. But is there a reason to collapse the Aspect of Inevitability again? I think that will just make it worse. Alright, so this is a Lunar Corrupted Axe Beak.
Okay, well we can go over and attack that, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't have any kind of AOs.
Let's get up to it.
This is technically a flank.
Apparently, our proximity to the barrier there was stressing Peter out. Like one wrong click and you die.
That's
right.
pretty fair. That's pretty fair.
She's kind of injured here.
She's very injured
Let's
from
take
the
care of
Lunar
that.
Axe Beak. And now let's move away from the oozes.
Yep. Sounds good.
Alright.
Alright, Takati.
Taka. Frightened!
Excellent. Scarlet?
Alright, so we have to survive for 3 rounds, supposedly.
What do we think's gonna happen? Are they gonna explode the orbs we didn't explode yet?
Maybe. I'm a little worried about that.
Yeah.
Let's move here, and then I can intentionally explode the orb in case something weird happens.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Alright, that one's down.
That
Now we
one's down.
we can actually pew and ooze.
Yeah, it would split it.
Oh, that's true. Maybe we don't want to.
I don't think there's that much of a reason to split it, other than that we could theoretically hit it with like a Divine Wrath when there's a lot of them.
That's true. Anything else she can do? I don't think so.
No, I think she can just be ready to hit another aspect. And then
Move Safi up.
Safi
Because
can
he can be
move
ready to
here
attack if that
and-
comes up.
yeah, Savi can move here and be ready to attack then it comes up.
Balkoth and Chet is disappointed that Lunar Sharpbeak didn't even blind anyone for the rest of the encounter.
That could have happened.
Oh, he switched weapons.
Yes. I guess we could split this if we want.
I guess we could.
Let's split it. They have less hit points. And we'll slide it back. Oh, I guess the split one immediately got all 3 of its actions. That's an interesting way of doing that. Alright,
Okay.
I would not have split it in the middle of its turn if I had known that that's what would have happened.
As opposed to having to wait until the next turn. Good to know.
That's right.
Okay, so...
Okay. No, I guess we don't know where we
don't
want
know
the
where it's gonna
Sentinel
appear.
yet, so I'm instead going to plus radius increase, and then
Do you want to heroism somebody?
I would, but I'm not next to somebody. I just increased the plus radius.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess it doesn't stack with heroism 1.
Fair enough.
So move here and raise shield. All right, Tokdar.
Does he want to escape from the corrupted ochre jelly? Or does he
How
want
far can he go in his move? Oh, he's grappled.
Yes, that's what I said. Does he want to escape?
He does. He does want to escape. And then he's going to double move to here. I think they're going to appear here, I believe. No, they appeared there.
Oh, hello.
Fair
Upper
enough.
corner.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, now these guys are really annoying from the time that we fought them before. They do that, like... They're going to do, like, a scream thing, which means there's no significant point to raising the shield.
Yes.
Okay, now we know that the other one will get all 3 actions if
we do that, so we're not gonna
gonna
do
do
that,
that. Okay. So, what do we have here? Lesser cover. But we have clear if we go here.
For Anna?
Yes. I'm gonna take her... Oh, no, this is Anna.
This
You're
is
right,
Anna.
right. This is Anna. Okay, well then there's only one thing to do. Although, actually, no. The problem is that it's gonna use Destructive Harmonics to do massive sonic damage
And that's not a strike.
in a 30-foot burst. So, we actually don't want to do...
we don't want to do...
surprisingly don't want to do a Timber Sentinel. Instead, we want to do Divine Wrath good.
Yeah, there we go. That looks good.
It literally does. Alright, and then,
Whoa. Do we want to back out? So we're not in the radius of it?
let's not be right next to the ooze, and this takes us out of a radius. Now, it does move our bless, but that's okay. Hey, it hit, like, all of the oozes, too, I guess.
Yeah, there we go. And it looks like our people did okay on their saves. Okay.
Those all the oozes got stunned.
Hey!
So, that's fine.
That works for us. Okay.
Okay.
So we're not stunned.
We're not
Let me
stunned.
try
Did
to
this guy
finish-
stand up? And actually, did this guy get sickened? He did.
Yeah.
Now, Tokdar is sickened, so
Okay, let's retch and then maybe try to finish that one off.
I'm thinking about that, yeah. Let's do it. Miss! Oh, I think we just win.
We did.
Whew.
Well, no, they're saying ominous things.
Another ultimate victory.
We really?
Maybe in insane mode, it's going to
We
attack
really
us
did
now.
it.
As if there was ever any doubt. You must have more confidence in yourself, second leader.
Yeah, and not just this. We did great work in the swamp and heaven too.
You're right, friends. I am so proud of all of you.
Is it time for another recap?
Anna speaks well. Let her have this.
We protected the children of Dawnsbury from a fate.
Oh no, they said congratulations, we got it. And there's a comment in chat, we should have had the boats explode.
What was the ominous things they were saying? It didn't seem like anything.
I don't know, were they
unexpected
trolling us?
I think they were trolling us.
And banished fiends from the
Because we
east
wouldn't
of
have popped that other one if we didn't.
I mean, there was no reason not to pop it, I guess.
Okay, fair
It
enough.
was still expanding
It
on
was
those
still
three
expanding,
turns
it was
but-
still
before it was
safer that
destroyed.
way.
We obtained the Tiara of Open Skies, a mighty artifact from the vaults of heaven itself. We made friends with an angel and helped set her on a path to redemption.
Didn't we send her to the path of being fallen in the first place? Details.
Well, it wasn't our fault that she decided to kill the child, okay?
And
She
perhaps
listened to like
most
Reddit
of
and the
all,
message boards
we
about
should
how you
put
should shoot people with divine
research into
lens
the
to
great
determine their alignment.
axiomatic
You should
theory.
never listen to the message
And
boards.
in time, we could perhaps reinstate the planetary shield.
Oh, apparently the barrier retracts less with each aspect on that. On lower difficulty, it retracts fully.
I see.
So it was not meant to be ominous, but it definitely raised the stakes. We're like, oh my gosh, are they all gonna explode?
It said it retracted 15. That seemed like plenty.
Yeah.
It is fun to listen to all of our feats.
All? Not by a long shot. Do you not remember how I personally slew a mighty Aeon Lich?
Didn't Safi get the last shot?
And Anna led a high-stakes negotiation with the Archangels.
I wonder what will be our next adventure.
We could descend below, fight the enigmatic electricity dragons, and uncover the secrets of the other side.
Find an abandoned mansion filled with haunts and resolve an ancient murder case full of mystery.
find a natural hot spring in the mountains.
one
and
of
make
one
a
of these
beautiful
visions
lake.
is not like the others.
Yes, that's why they're like...
There could be monsters too.
I'm sure we'll do all of
Let
those
poor
and
Scarlet
more.
take a break, man.
There are infinite adventures, and we'll find our path towards them.
I think Scarlet's gonna be right because she's reading ahead in all of the books.
Yeah, absolutely.
For now, though,
Come on, Scarlet knows they're gonna get downtime.
and return to Dawnsbury.
Honestly, this last one did not feel that bad, even on the insane difficulty. But the Demon Lord definitely was pretty oppressive. But I think it was a combination of insane difficulty and our bad luck on dice rolls.
Oh yeah, they were talking about if you take too long on the oozes, you might wind up in a situation where you can't keep up with the barrier and then you die. Yeah, totally makes sense.
Yep.
Hey!
Win all on hard or insane was an achievement, but we didn't win them all on insane, so we didn't get the insane
Is there an
one.
achievement for that?
I'm sure there is, but we only beat the last two on insane. The final remains. Oh,
The final remains
There we go.
of the Demon Lord's power dispersed into the wind,
Yay.
and the
We win!
profane barrier finally shut down for good. In time, perhaps, sages would discover how to recast the spell in its original form and shield the plane from dangers of the void. But for now, at least, Dawnsbury was safe yet again. L'Oreal Brightshield soon returned back to Dawnsbury. Heaven had fought back the enemy infestation, and the angel was ready to resume her journey of penance, setting it as her personal goal to reunite Lenka with her friends and family. 2 Starborn down, the invading army started to feel the pressure. The tides of war were turning, and the kingdom began capturing some of the lost territory of the Western Reaches. And our heroes? There will still be new dangers and mysteries for them too, I am sure. For the world is full of adventure, and rarely affords rest to those who most deserve it.
credits!
Yay, we win!
Look at that, everybody. You can see all of these credits.
Sweet.
Turn to Dawnsbury. We didn't get any loot from that.
Yeah, well, because we won.
Because it was just a profane barrier. Victory.
A winner is us.
We did it.
Sweet.
Alright. That is a win.
Excellent.
Let's make sure that we have like a clear save
file, yeah, absolutely.
In case there is another DLC ever.
Also, yeah, I'm also curious what achievements there still are.
Math Guy Dave says that it needs an Eldamon mod.
Yay!
There you go.
Cool.
Okay, so that explains what was happening on Insane that only retracted a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I could totally see the oozes slowing you down for too much, just
Especially
from their
if you
massive
split
wall of
them
hit
all.
points.
Yeah.
No, splitting them actually might make it easier, because if we'd split them a lot of times and then thrown the Divine Wrath,
Oh,
for
yeah,
example,
that's true. If you live.
it's the equivalent of the strategy that they tried to do in War for the Crown with your fighter.
Yes, no,
where-
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember very well. You gave me a mercy hero point.
Well, because the party threw, it was once it split on electricity, and they threw bottled lightning at the oozes, and it did splash damage. And even on a miss, it dealt splash damage, and the splash damage split every ooze.
Yep.
Every throw. And the party was throwing 2, I think, because they started with 2 bottled lightnings, and the alchemist threw
Yeah,
3 with
Peter,
quick
I'm
combo.
happy we did it on Insane too. It's more satisfying to have the, oh my god, we lose. Okay, try again. Let's do this.
Oh, there's an achievement for managing to collapse every single aspect before winning on the final encounter. I think we could have done that even on Insane. It just would have been a little tricky. Yikes.
Yeah, that was cool.
And yet, we might not have steamrolled it on hard if we were that unlucky on the rolls. Like, the second form is very much, I think, assuming that hard to Insane is that it got the elite template for the +2. I still think we needed a 20 to crit it. And so, therefore, like, the second form is very much a, like, when will you get your 20 and break the armor? And if you don't, you're going to be in a... And we had fighters.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You're going to be in a bad shape.
I mean, that roaring applause was just so
Oh, yeah,
clutch.
obviously. The roaring applause...
MVP roaring applause.
Roaring applause... There's a reason that even though we literally never successfully used it until that encounter, that I always brought it in every encounter.
Yes.
It's a very, very good spell. Even if all it had done was cancel his reaction, so he could never take attacks of opportunity, which, by the way, I think we forgot that it did that because we kept acting as if he could have taken attacks
we
of
were mostly
opportunity
paying attention to the fact
with
that
his reach, because we're like, now he has a reach. But
Yes.
actually, he lost his attacks of opportunity from that, which we could have taken advantage of as well.
Yeah, less HP is an elite and has less hardness in phase 2. Makes sense.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Jacob says nerf spellcasters, to be honest. You know what, Jacob? A lot of people on online think that spellcasters are weak and that marshals are the only thing that can do well in Pathfinder 2. We've shown that with 3 fighters and mostly just the cleric for healing support that fighters can do well, but spellcasters, especially as you get up to higher level, have more and more powerful spells that they can throw in. And certainly there are some spells that are very, very strong. Spellcasters in general, especially at higher levels, I think are very powerful. And honestly, just like the strategy that we used here, which is relying on all day long people like fighters most of the time and then going wildly Nova on our spellcasters when we feel desperate as a panic button, can actually be pretty powerful. I think that most people would probably like have more fun with spellcasters who are thinking of them as weak if they were capable of like throwing up some cool strong spells in every fight. Like imagine Anaquesta's player who, if it was not all just me and Linda working together, and it was a player who was being told, no, you're cantripping every turn. You're saving all your spells in case we need it. Some days, all you're going to cast is a cantrip, right?
Yes.
She probably wouldn't have been very happy.
Yes.
And that is
Or
actually...
even if she wasn't told that, she was like, I think this is going to be like the optimal strategy.
Yes.
And she's like, oh man.
If I was playing her...
Needle darts for the 17th round
I
in a
would have
row?
just cast
God damn
needle
it.
darts. I would have done the same thing that I was doing there.
Yes.
And it wouldn't necessarily have been huge fun. And actually, that's why I am, like, working with, you know, the people on Team Plus to make another version of the magic system that, lets you... It doesn't let you Nova like I do in here. So it would be actually probably worse at beating some of these insane mode things because you can't just throw all your power into one encounter. But what it does is it lets you sort of build up your strength over the course of a few rounds and then keep going. I can't really reveal more about it because it's sort of secret right now. But it's cyclical based and you don't run out of spells, so you would get to have fun on every sort of encounter, but be less strong against the insane mode encounters. And Belclaw says, yeah, cleric, your job is to save your heals for emergency, can feel underwhelming. Yes, exactly. Even though it's strong. And look, Anna won that insane mode encounter for us with roaring applause.
Absolutely.
She did. In fact, if this had not been an AI and had been a human playing that demon lord who realized how much the roaring applause was screwing up his thing, it probably would have beeline for her to knock her out so she couldn't sustain the spell.
Correct.
Right? In a game that was run by a human game master. And so, I think that in exchange for losing the ability to do a big Nova, it would be worth it to be able to do fun, cool spells every time. And I'm hoping that that's going to turn out really well. And Avatar and Eldamon Trainer also let you just throw out Fun Blast a lot of the time, so that would definitely also be fun. And, you like Ice Element. Ice Element would be so good in Dawnsbury Days because of the fact that Ice is actually super strong, assuming that your allies are willing to work with you. But like 90% of players, according to our playtesters, they would just hear that their ally reduced the enemy's movement speed by like 40, and they'd be like, great, sudden charge! And be like, okay, you sudden charge, can you use your last action to move back? No, second strike. And be like, but guys, I reduced its movement speed by 40. Literally, just move away, please. I spent a lot of effort on it. Sudden charge, Leroy Jenkins. So, like, if you were in control of everyone, you would, and you had Ice Eldamon or Elemental Avatar, you'd be doing really well. That's why we put high complexity for it, even though it's actually a pretty low complexity element, because it's high complexity because the complexity
of your party to play along.
It's the social complexity of convincing people to try to use any kind of strategy with their movement.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely correct. All right. So, since we are here in the Let's Talk About It at the end, let's also vote for our next Saturday episode. So, we've beaten Dawnsbury Days.
Mm-hmm. So, place Dawnsbury as a replacement, play a different game other than Dawnsbury.
That's right. And we've got Hazard Workshop. Speaking of Eldamon, on Tuesday, we are going to talk about the wood element, which pairs well with the ice element. Because that got voted for last Tuesday, and we did another vote in the Discord, and wood element won. So we're going to do a deep dive on the Eldamon wood element.
Tiny.cc/arcane.
You were actually doing something else.
Oh, it was not working. Please fix.
And yes, Rohit, the social complexity is always the hardest complexity of sort of.
So it looks like our first vote is Arcane Mark Plays.
And they're like, Wizard, okay, I rooted the giant in place. Fighter, Leroy
Yes,
Jenkins!
I tried
Yes, that's exactly right.
Yes.
That's just what it is. But in Dawnsbury, you're playing for everything, and so you could root the enemy in place and then kite the enemy, right? We did lots of kiting in our run, and it was highly useful for us.
So we have a vote for Arcane Mark Plays and a vote for Ambush.
The funny thing is that they didn't vote for Ambush last Tuesday, but one of the powers for wood is literally called Ambush. That creates
true.
a bush that makes the enemies off guard.
Oh, and a vote for 5, How to Make Good House Rules.
Alright, we're going to put in the 5 is
How to Make Good House Rules. And now 6 is Other.
6 is now Other. Pray that we do not other further. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Dawnsbury Days, I think, is a good way to see if you have a almost all combat adventure that has certain things that just aren't in it, like you don't recall
3's
knowledge.
changed to 5 by Rohit. House Rules.
There we go.
So 2 for now. We all have 2 for House Rules and 1 for Arcade Mark Plays.
That's right. It gives you a good sense of like what is strong and what isn't. Honestly, in that sense, it's a nice toolbox for like playtesting because you can run encounters quickly, right? And if you want to be like, let's playtest whether Timber Sentinel is extremely powerful, you can. And the answer is yes.
Oh, another vote for 5. I think
All right,
5's gonna
House
have
Rules
it.
has it.
Yeah, House Rules. Okay. Thanks for the suggestion. Rohit, that's what we're gonna do.
Honestly, I think Eldamon would actually be really good and probably pretty strong in Dawnsbury Days because they lack pretty much any kind of major utility like Roaring Applause or other things like that, but in exchange, they're like a blaster class. Like Kineticist, look, it has Timber Sentinel, right? It has other things. But, and the wind can move everybody in the battlefield. Fire at really high levels for Kineticist actually can do the most damage with their combo. But, the Eldamon and Elemental Avatar do just a lot of damage overall. That's all that they do. And so they would do pretty well when you're doing mostly encounters. Alright. So, alright, I think 5 has it.
Yeah.
Next Saturday, we're going to talk about how to make effective house rules. That's going to be when to house roll. Hint, usually not in your very first game of that system. Although Linda and I have done that once before. And we will explain when to break that rule and do that. If you're, and you don't have to be professional game designers to have done that, but you have to think pretty carefully. And which kind of house rules can be effective. Because we use house rules all the time. Like, before I was a professional game designer putting out things that are like, oh, this is now official because it was published in a book. You know, I was making weird campaigns with bizarre house rules and changes to things. So we'll talk about that next Saturday. So until next time, everyone, take care. Please like and subscribe. And if you really like our content, you can join us. That can definitely help. I've been told by Steven that the camera that he got me is not good enough of a camera. So if we have enough support, maybe we can get another camera. And also, Steven, if that's true, why did you get this camera if you think it's bad? All right, take care, everyone. See you next time.